Hello, hello, and hello. Welcome back to the TNC Watchalong on this rainy, gloomy Saturday afternoon. But we have something that will hopefully heat you all up. It's Norwich City taking on Middlesbrough at Carrow Road. We are back. Chris, how are we feeling?
I am feeling fine. The doves are crying, and I'm feeling really, really great. So up for today's game, Jack. I really am. Everything about it. Ben Gibson, former Borough player, Yannick Bolasie, of course, signing for Middlesbrough, is up against us today and starting. We've got Teemu Pukki back. We've got the Emperor of Norfolk starting at left back for Norwich, which we'll go into the teams in a minute. But honestly, mate, I am absolutely buzzing for this game. I want to put Barnsley behind me. It was a complete waste of our lives. And it's time now for this Norwich City team to actually really press forwards. Like me and you spoke off air before we started about how actually the table's looking really cushy, but the players cannot think that. This is an opportunity to get ahead and to really accelerate our progress towards the Premier League. I think it becomes a psychological battle between first and second then. At the moment, we are still catchable. I think if we win today and results go our way as well, that's going to be a huge advantage for Norwich City. But honestly, mate, I'm super confident and I'm absolutely buzzing for this one.
Yeah, some beneficial results for Norwich City in the week. Swansea and Brentford drawing, Watford drawing, Bournemouth losing. So results going our way. Here's how the teams line up today. A big thank you, as always, to OneFootball for sponsoring the Watchalongs. They love Norwich City. We love them. Links in the description. The go-to app for match day. Here are the teams then. Norwich City lining up and a couple of changes to take note of. Dimitris Giannoulis, our Greek emperor, starts at left back. That means Jakob Sorensen departs from the squad. What a fantastic run of games he has had. Other than that, an unchanged backline. Gibson and Hanley, formidable in recent weeks. They start centre-back. Max Aarons at right back. Oliver Skipp next to Lucas Roop. And then a fairly well-known front four of Todd Cantwell, Mario Vrancic, Emi Buendia and Teemu Pukki. Brilliant to see Pukki back in the starting lineup. A quick look through Middlesbrough's side, as always, with Neil Warnock's side, relatively defensive. Fry returns after an absolutely horror injury. He nearly lost his eye in the last game. Yannick Bolasie signs for Middlesbrough, and that's certainly a player to look out for. The only thing is with him, he hasn't played for a long while. Darnell Fisher, also a new recruit. He starts up top, and that man we know all too much about, Johnny Howson, in the middle of the pitch. A decent Middlesbrough side. Their form in recent weeks has been mixed. They did get absolutely pummeled by Paul Warne's Rotherham side in the week, so that will be fresh in their mind. Chris, the big talking point though here, Giannoulis straight into the side for Norwich.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. Main talking point today. To be fair, there's quite a lot of talking points, but certainly the main talking point from a Norwich City point of view, of course, the Emperor of Norfolk stepping into that left back role immediately. You know what, Jack? It sounds a bit funky, but I'm surprised that Daniel Farke's done it. I love it, but I am actually a bit surprised. I would have thought he would have almost just maybe brought him on as a sub or kind of slowly got him up to speed. But this guy, he knows, like Daniel Farke knows just how good Dimitris Giannoulis is, and he's put him straight in the mix and fair play. I feel a wee bit bad for Jakob Sorensen because the guy's been absolutely off the charts week in, week out, and genuinely, and probably statistically, by the way, one of the best left backs in the league. And this is something to open up to the comments. Would you have rather Jakob Sorensen have played in midfield, perhaps over Lucas Roop today? Maybe, I don't know. That might be a controversial opinion. I'm not sure. I do think it's a wee bit harsh on Jakob Sorensen. I know that Chaz Tats, first comment of the day on screen, congratulations, says, I think it's harsh on Sorensen. Let us know in the comment section whether you think it's harsh. But one of the things that I'm noticing, Jack, and I've seen a lot of this on social media prior to kickoff, I'm seeing in the comments already, a lot of people are bigging up Middlesbrough like they're, literally the best thing since sliced bread, okay? They got absolutely battered against Rotherham, okay? Battered and bruised by Warniola. We know Warniola's a top man and a great manager, but with all the love and respect in the world, Middlesbrough's resource compared to Rotherham's resource, it's just not there. And the absolute last thing you want after being beaten 3-0 from Rotherham is to go away to the top of the league side. And there's this fear around Yannick Bolasie, and I understand he on his day when he's playing games of football, he's a fantastic player and will be a fantastic player should he get some consecutive games. But don't forget what Middlesbrough are going to be thinking today. Oh my God, Timu Puki starting, Emi Buendia starting, Cantwell starting.
Yeah.
These are, in my opinion, Premier League players. They all.
I think it's always natural, isn't it? Every single team from now until the end of the season that we play, whether it's Middlesbrough or whether it's Wickham, we'll find something to go, or just cast a little bit of doubt in our minds. And there's a reason for that, because every single team in the Championship this season is competitive. They're all decent sides. We saw Wickham, go toe-to-toe with Spurs last week in the Cup. So these are all competitive sides, but you're completely right in saying, Chris, Middlesbrough will be looking at that front four. Timu Puki returning is massive because we're so much better when he's on the side. Emi Buendia, who is being touted with 40, 50 million pound moves. Todd Cantwell scores plenty of goals in the Premier League and the Championship. And Mario Vrancic, who in the Championship is a very fine midfielder. So there is definite reason for them to be scared. Their recent form isn't great. And I think the way that Middlesbrough will be playing will almost suit us. They'll be sat very deep and they'll be looking to find Balassi on the counter. Now, that could be dangerous. And there will be moments in this game when Norwich really have to be switched on defensively. But I think we'll have 60, 70% possession of the ball. And it's then all about, can we take our chances? And in more recent weeks, we've been okay at that. So let's hope we'll be fine. Let's have a quick skim through the comments. Josh Holland, Balassi hasn't been very good since 2016. We'll be fine. Let's hope you're not talking something up there, Josh, but you're right. He hasn't played much football in recent years. Simon, here's hoping Rotherham can hold Swansea to a draw or even a win. Yeah, let's hope that Guardiola can get something going. Get your score predictions in and also your thoughts on Jakob Sorensen. My opinion is, in terms of the left-back position, he's been wonderful, but he's not a left-back. We've brought in a left-back who, well, if you listen to Greek fans and Greek journalists, they think he's better than the chap that went to Liverpool. I can't remember his name. This is a man who's been linked with big money moves to European football clubs. He is a left-back. Whether he's just come in the door or he's had 6 weeks training, he will be better at left-back than Jakob Sorensen. That's no disrespect to Jakob. I think he's been one of our players of the season. But I don't think Jakob will be disappointed to lose his place to Giannoulis. I think he'll understand that there'll be opportunity for him, maybe in their midfield roles going forwards.
I think, Jack, this is genuinely one of the most exciting signings for a long, long time to come in at Norwich. Norwich fans are trying to downplay Giannoulis. Oh, he's good on YouTube and all of this stuff, yeah? And I understand that. We've seen that classically with the Wolf, the worst of the worst in terms of signings. However, as you've mentioned there, this is a guy that Liverpool were actually scouting originally. This is a guy that Newcastle were in for when Porto were in for him, Roma were in for him. Like, these are massive European Champions League Porto Roma clubs, absolutely huge. Jack, quickly just want to give a couple of shouts and public service announcements. First of all, Nodge GC, massive, big up, hello, welcome to the TNC Watchalong. And also Lee Lovett on Twitter, who's got in his TNC setup. And don't forget, as always, take a picture of your screen, however you're watching. Bonus points for cats, dogs, pets, hamsters, whatever you've got. More bonus points if you've got a canary bird in the cage, by the way. And take a picture of your screen. All you've got to do is hashtag NCFC at Talk Norwich City on Twitter or Instagram, and we will share absolutely all of them as a thanks for your support. I'm on the TNC socials right now as we speak, and I will personally share them. Massive thank you to all of you. 394.
Chris, I love the I can't remember the quote word for word, but Giannoulis has basically said multiple times that his dream is to play in the Premier League. And I think it was when he signed, he basically said, my dream is to play in the Premier League and it will happen, or something like that. And I love that kind of confidence from him.
Yeah. Well, absolutely, mate. It's self-talk. It's classic psychology. It's exactly what the players should be doing, 100%, without an absolute shadow of a doubt. Harry Jackson on YouTube says, Chris, can we have the sea shanty if Norwich win? Oh, I don't know. It depends on how much pressure I'm put under. And by the way, did you just say if Norwich win? When? Please, come on, let's make that right. Score predictions flying in now, Jack. And as we ask you one more time to get your score predictions in, let's fill up the comment section with all of your score predictions. What's yours, Jack?
I'm confident. I am confident today. I think looking at Borough's recent form, couple of it's not going to be a 4-5-0, but I think it will be relatively comfortable for Norwich. I'm looking at that front four. I think on paper this is the strongest team we've been able to put out this season. I really do. Giannoulis, two midfielders who know how to operate in this division. The front four is scarily good. You've got a defensive line that have kept clean sheets for fun, and Tim Krul's back. It's the strongest team we've put out this season, and it's the strongest team that any championship side has put out this season.
So
2-0 Norwich.
2-0 Norwich. Okay, my score prediction, we are going to absolutely destroy them, batter them. 1-0.
Okay.
Let's get some score predictions in on the comment section. Connor Butcher says 0-0. Don't hate me. Oh God, no, Connor.
I think it will be low scoring. I agree with Connor in that sense.
Scott Ty says 3-1. City. Archie Middleton, friend of the channel, says 3-1 today, lads. Leston Hagland on YouTube says W. Yeah, drop the dub. Why not? Chelsea Fan TV says 2-1 Middlesbrough. Oh, bugger off.
Come on.
What are you doing on here anyway? Adam says 2-1 the Nodge. Canaries says 2-1 Giannoulis debut rocket from the halfway line. I tell you what, Canary, it sounds like you have been on the Lakens. And speaking of Lakens, before I read the next score predictions, Jack, there's a special offer for fans, isn't there?
20% off Great Yarmouth's finest beer. It's genuinely lovely. And this is how we describe Norwich City performances in recent weeks. Big, bold and beautiful. Hopefully that will describe Giannoulis' performance today. 20% off. Link in the description. I don't know how much longer they'll be offering it for. So get it while you can. Next day delivery. 20% off a crate of your ales. Works out at just under £2 a bottle. Absolute no-brainer. Get involved.
And speaking of no-brainers, the man, the myth, the legend, a no-brainer. Big
Here it is.
Barry is in the house. Absolute classic TNC Watchalong legend. He says 2-1 win. Come on. Ferry boat. I love it when people change their names. It's absolutely hilarious. 2-0 for the Yellows. Max Pike says 3-1. Ellis Titswell says 3-0. Pookie having a hat trick.
Chris, how big is it having Timu Pukki in today? And I when Pookie wasn't in the team, Jordan Hugill stepped up. When Tim Krul wasn't in the team, Michael McGovern stepped up. Big Bad Barden stepped up. But I just feel, in terms of a whole squad, cohesion and performance level, we look so much better when Pookie's in the side. For me, it's the movement. Is he going to be the difference today?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, an absolute shadow of a doubt. I mean, I think, of course, that the classic cliche saying is the best form of defence is offence. And I think that Timu Pukki can really put people on the back foot. He makes defenders worry about his runs, his positioning. He opens up space for those midfielders to find those pockets of space, which, by the way, is definitely going to play into the favour of the likes of Mario Vrancic, Cantwell and Buendia. Although I do need to say, a big battle today, not the be-all and end-all, but a big battle today is midfield. Johnny Howson is playing in the position that he should be playing in finally for Middlesbrough rather than defence, and that's going to be tough today. But as you said, Jack, Timu Pukki, he provides so much to this Norwich team. And what I love is when we don't play with Pukki, the defence takes so much more pressure.
Yeah.
But today, in my opinion, I don't think we're going to have as much pressure on our defence, which, by the way, on the whole, has been so bloody solid.
Chris, just jumping in, the bench as well. Poeta, Hernandez, Ida, Mumba, Dowell, Zimmerman, Tete. Some of them players were in our starting 11 in the Premier League. Now they're on the bench in the Championship. It's remarkable, the depth of this squad.
Absolutely it is, mate. And I'm so excited to see Bally Mumba back there. I've forgotten his chant, which is really annoying.
Bally Mumba, Bally Mumba. Bally Mumba, Bally. No, it's probably not, but it works.
Was it Hey something?
Hey Mumba, Bally, Hey Mumba, Bally.
Anyway, buzzing for Bally. Buzzing that our bench is genuinely strong, So excited to see it.
How much of a miss is Kenny McLean? Because his performance levels have gone to a whole new stratosphere in recent weeks, haven't they?
Oh, 100%. You know, do you know what? I think Kenny is massively, massively underrated and doesn't get enough respect on his name at all. Weirdly, during the week, I was giving an Arsenal fan some jip, saying how they cheated to get a draw against us, and Aubameyang celebrated like he won the FA Cup. Anyway, that game.
When was that?
I was watching.
Oh, I do remember that. Are you still bitter over that?
Mate, I carry grudges against teams for a long, long time, believe me. And we'll get on to Bournemouth in a minute. Kenny McLean was brilliant in the Premier League, in my opinion. Like, just box to box, high energy tackles. And by the way, we're about to kick off now.
We are about to kick off.
Absolutely fantastic news. Let's get it on.
Here we go then. Welcome along to the TNC Watchalong. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. You'll get notified every time we go live. This is Norwich City taking on Middlesbrough. Norwich currently 6 points clear at the top of the table. Swansea in second.
Hey, Mumba, Mumba, oh, Bally, Bally. Hey, Mumba, Mumba, oh,
there's a few reasons why I can't wait to get back to Carrow Road. The City stand singing that song is right up there for me.
With their bovrils. Hey,
yeah. Here we go. Norwich on the ball and knocking it about beautifully well as Todd Campbell will try and find a way through after 17 seconds cleared by Middlesbrough. And hopefully the start of this game is how it will go on. Norwich City knocking the ball about nicely. Welcome along. 27 seconds on the clock for us. Chris, are you in sync?
I'm at 33 now.
Yeah, that works for me.
Pete Reeve, kick it off. Throw it in. Have a little scrimmage. Keep it low. Splendid rush. Bravo, win or die on the ball, City.
Shout out to Juan Munoz watching from Santiago de Chile. Norwich 3-0, says Juan. Let us know where you're watching from. Anyone that can beat Chile, congratulations. That's an impressive start from Juan.
Did you just see Emi Buendia has just done a to be honest with you, an orgasmic flick. There's only one word I can possibly say to describe that. He's off to a fine start already. He's feeling lively already. The comment section is flying with chants, which we do love to see. Don't forget, people, get in your TNC setups. Take a picture of your screen. Hashtag NCFC at Talk Norwich City. Tweet them, and we will retweet every single one as a thanks for your support. And we'll do the exact same on Instagram too.
Chris, so I know there's been lengthy articles written about this as Middlesbrough break forward. Grant Hanley took
Hanley.
I love how much the ball progresses forwards under Ben Gibson. Like, whenever he gets the ball, he's never looking for a sideways pass. He's always looking to either run the ball up the pitch or find a long pass, and he often finds it. And I think that's helped us so much this season. He's been a brilliant bit of business for Norwich, as has the majority of our players. Grant Hanley will look for a long ball forwards, and he'll find.
Teemu Pukki almost sneaks onto the end.
Was that Giannoulis?
I think Giannoulis is actually getting forwards fast already, which is brilliant.
Well, didn't the Powick fans call him Mr. No Breaks?
Yes, indeed. And Tyler is
Greenland,
watching from Greenland. Although, not to challenge you, Tyler, but is that the Greenland flag? Is it?
I don't know. That's a flag I don't think I've ever seen before. But I thought the Greenland flag had a leaf on it of some.
Speaking of the great Ben Gibson, Dom Driver, great shout here. Gibson will be relishing it today against his former club, Middlesbrough. It's a great shout. Wearing a knee strap, as tweeted by Michael Bailey, and he'll be feeling really good today.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. A lovely pass from the aforementioned Ben Gibson, and it's a great shout from Toby Gallant with the £5 super chat.
Toby, thanks so much for your super chat and support as always. He says, afternoon, lads, 1-0 today to Norwich. Borrow starting 9 defensive players. Going to be a game of us trying to break them down. And Toby, you know the script. You know how this game goes. If they play that game, Norwich City will win. David Berman is in the house, ladies and gents, the man with the best cocktail. He says Hanley's a lot faster than you think. David, I'll never forget his debut. By the way, corner for Norwich City as we speak now.
Yeah, good early pressure from Norwich here.
Hanley's debut against Ipswich, when he came on in his pink boots as a sub and just sprinted on, like, he is pacey. It's a corner kick from Emi Buendia. He's whipped it into the mix, and the goalkeeper's punched it. and it's fallen out. And Emi Buendia has gone and collected again. Brilliant start from Norwich City, Jack.
Come on. Yeah, really promising start as Buendia's on the edge of the
go
box. He's playing with them. Go on, Emi.
Go
on. That's a handball in there. That's a handball.
Go on. Oh. No, it's a bit desperate.
Considering how amazing Emi Buendia is, his corner taking still leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, I mean, you know the rules on the old corner kicks. Big up to one of had to say one of now because we've actually got quite a big American audience now. Just want to say a massive thank you to Dean, who's put his TNC setup on. I mean, look at that model of Daniel Farke.
Look at that. That's stunning.
And don't forget, just like Dean, with all of your TNC setups, I am retweeting every single one as a thanks for your support. So get them in. Norwich City nil.
We look so good, mate.
4 minutes, 52 seconds on the clock, and Norwich City are playing with Middlesbrough. We're teasing them. Cantwell pulling the strings already with his flowing locks, and that's a heavy ball, a very rare misplaced ball from Ben Gibson. It's gone out for a Middlesbrough throw-in. Welcome to all of you already in the TNC Watchalong. 462 of you. Gollins Vlogs, big up. He says, Yarmy. Absolutely love a bit of the Army. Do you know what I miss? Absolutely. Like, just going to an away day, getting off the trade and just getting the chest back and just giving it the oh man! And
it's always a couple of decibels louder when you're a few tinnies down as well, isn't it? It feels a lot easier, a lot looser to bellow. Yarmy. Oh, that's a high boot in there from Middlesbrough, and rightly given as a free kick. Time check for people just joining us. 5 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock as Neil Warnock's got his hands in his pockets and what is left of his hair is flowing in the Norfolk wind.
And by the way, it's freezing in the Norfolk wind today.
Is it?
I went out for a run and I almost didn't come back. I was literally so cold. I cannot even begin to tell you. So, and by the way, just a comment. I don't mean this offensively. Does anyone know how old Neil Warnock actually is?
He's in his 70s.
He's getting on, isn't he? He really is getting on, old Neil. Colin.
He's probably had his vaccine by now.
Well, he would have done, wouldn't he? Well, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
And of course, if you're offered the chance for a vaccine, please take it and do the right thing.
I don't think any Norwich players have had the COVID vaccine, but they've had a lot of 3 points injected this season. The winning vaccine has been injected in. Great to see Kieran in the chat. Morning, Swansea fan here. Come on, Borough. Kieran, you're second in the league, and for a reason, my friend. You're far inferior to Norwich City. As Hanley's progresses up the pitch, he'll give it to Mario Vrancic. Will he have a pop? He'll keep on running. Mario Vrancic is still going. Vrancic! Oh.
How's he missed? It's a massive chance. There's so much space and time.
What a run it just opened up for him.
How has he missed that? Grant Hanley's ended up in midfield. Mario Vrancic does so well to take 3 players out of the game, finds himself in space. He's got to put that to bed. It's got to be 1-0 to Norwich City. It's absolutely huge chance. I mean,
it's a fantastic run. I don't think he expected the defence to open up like it did. The Middlesbrough defence was nowhere to be seen. But Chris, early chances for Norwich here, and that's the pleasing thing.
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah. If you want to try and twist that into a positive already, but for me, I'm fuming. That's got to be 1-0. That's got to be 1-0. It has got to be.
The defender comes across well, to be fair.
Oh, come off it. And I don't buy this. He didn't expect it. If you don't expect to beat players, Jack, what are you doing on the pitch, for God's sake? It should be 1-0. Mario Vrancic should have put us 1-0 up. But as you said, Jack, Norwich City are carving them open. And speaking of injecting, Grant Hanley's injecting balls into midfield at quite the rate of knots here.
Grant Hanley's injecting balls, is he?
Yeah, well, Jesus, wow.
What is that pass, by the way?
It is a terrible pass. It is a terrible pass. But
What's
anyway,
that knee strap on Gibson? What's all that about? Has he hurt his knee, has he?
Has he? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's what Bailey's saying. Oh, Michael Bailey, friend of the channel.
Well, we'll trust him. We'll trust him.
Yeah, absolutely. Susanna George, friend of the channel, says Ipswich play at 3, I think. Yeah. We can't celebrate Crew absolutely battering them live on the watch along, but you know going to happen there.
I think my favourite watch-along in terms of an Ipswich angle this season was but Peterborough beating them 1-0 without having a shot on target. I mean, that is just joyful, isn't it?
Honestly, I have never seen a team as shit as Ipswich Town. They are absolutely woeful. Like, honestly, every time I think they can't get worse, they get worse. And that is a stat that just doesn't happen. It's hilarious. And Agent Lambert, I tell you, he's pushing the limits here, isn't he? I mean, he really is. Like,
but I love that.
He's got to get a draw against Crewe today. Like, but mate, Crewe, that's a 6-point fixture in League One, I tell you.
Yeah, Crewe aren't great. I love that from Lambert, though. He's pushing it to the very edge of how bad he can make them. And hopefully, as you say, he can pull a win out of somewhere to just prolong the pain.
Mate, he's so lost the changing room, and I love it. And speaking of things that I love, Jim, who has got some bonus points for his TNC setup.
Brilliant.
He's got his dog in, big up, and don't forget, I'm retweeting absolutely all
Timu
on the TNC Twitter account.
Here we go.
Oh, Toddy, unlucky.
What brilliant play from Timu there.
Yeah, it's brilliant. That's exactly what Timu brings to the team. And him and Todd, we spoke about this in the last league watch along, Jack. Him and Todd Cantwell are just always on the same wavelength. They know where each other are going to run. Timu Pukki is a great ball, to be fair, but it is served to Todd Cantwell on a hot plate. He can't get it under control, and unfortunately, it's gone out of play for what I think is a Middlesbrough throw. And yes, it is. It's been thrown up the pitch. Todd Cantwell's won it back straight away. 10 minutes and 36 seconds. Timestamp for everyone that wants it. Todd Cantwell with his flowing locks. Big bad Barden in goal.
Johnny Houser has definitely got the lockdown look, hasn't he?
Yeah,
caveman vibe.
He does look a bit homeless person, doesn't he? Big up to Canaries Down Under, who are watching from South Australia.
Brilliant.
Huge welcome to Canaries Down Under. Huge welcome to anyone watching globally, worldwide. The best.
Whipped in. Oh!
The best Norwich
City gets a head on it, and it nearly gets onto the head of Slabhead. It's a delightful ball whipped in from Janulis. Knocked on, Buendia Janulis, and nearly met by Hanley. Another good chance. Middlesbrough fighting to try and just get out of their own half at the minute, and it's not working. Fredinho says, is Janulis doing well? Early days, we haven't conceded. So in terms of his defensive duties, we can count that as a great success so far. Steve Sims is up out of bed. Good morning, fellas. Great to see you, Steve. Here we go. Great news. Aidan Townsend, Dennis Shrabeni's just bagged for Paderborn. What a man. Look.
Of course he has. I mean,
water wet. Shrabeni scores goals. It's as simple as that.
I'd rather him than Dermich. That's all I'm saying. Dennis Shrabeni. Lots of people are letting us know in the comments that he scored. Norwich City.
Could we see a return? I mean, we need a striker, don't we? The Shrabeni return would be just wonderful.
Mate, we got Soto, and we haven't even spoken about Sebastian Soto yet, mate. I am buzzing to see him. There's nothing more than I want than a Yank in yellow and green. Just scoring the winner, shirt off in front of the Barclay. I just cannot wait to sniff that in at Carrow.
There's a lot of excitement surrounding him, isn't there? Like, in terms of because we brought a few. Who's that? Max Aarons is feeling his ankle at the moment. That's not ideal. He's up and hopefully just want to run off. We'd made a few loan deals. Melvin City, which I absolutely love. I think he should be in the team solely for his name. Who else was there? The chap who went out to Holland. I can't remember the names. Apologies.
Rocky Bushry. No?
Him as well. No. Who am I thinking of? Someone will let me know in the comments.
Whilst you're thinking, Jack, Ollie.
Anyway, so exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben Gibson on the ball now. Get his head up again and travelling so well. He's fed Todd Cantwell. We're keeping the ball is moving a lot faster in this game, which is so good.
Hanley progressing forwards.
Going forwards. He's found Mario.
Go on, Mario.
Where's your right foot? For fuck's sake, mate.
Sinani, that's it. Daniel Sinani. Thanks, everyone.
Another chance for Norwich City. Mario's got to do better there. I mean, Grant Hanley, He's been given so much space. He just penetrates them. He goes right forwards. He's found Mario Vrancic on the edge of the box, and he's Johnny Wilkinsoned it over the bar. It's so disappointing. Mario Vrancic could have 2 goals to the good at the moment. But
the thing with Vrancic is his left foot is so good. It suffers with his right foot. But once again, if you're not watching the game, Grant Hanley, that's the second time now where he has got onto the edge of the Middlesbrough box. That is how deep Middlesbrough are sitting at the moment. And for the first time in a little while, Middlesbrough have managed to get out of their own half, but not for long. 14 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock in this championship encounter. Welcome along.
Do you know what I would live for, genuinely, is seeing Grant Hanley play a game up top. Mate,
yeah, I think he'd do a job, you know.
I'd love to see it. I mean, from corners, amazing. But look at his runs. He's so fast. So there you go.
Can you remember when Seb Basong scored what we thought was the equaliser in the last minute against Liverpool with that thunderbolt of a half volley on the edge of the box? I can see a Grant Hanley goal similar to that coming. This is fantastic from Norwich City. Lucas Roop down the left. He'll cross it in. Sadly, it doesn't go in. Again, though, Ben Gibson cutting through Middlesbrough like a sharp knife.
Ben Gibson just going straight through the middle, and Todd Cantwell's so intelligent. It's a lovely flick on to Lucas Roop, who tries to get a cross in, and he's gone out for a corner kick. 15 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. Emi Buendia whips the ball in, and it's not beaten the first bloody man again.
Hit it. Todd.
Oh. Middlesbrough breaking
Lots of people having lines today. Paul Davis, afternoon lads, how are we doing? Just got up. Paul, lovely little line from you. Respect it. I think there will be a few people today who completely forget that we are the early kickoff. Viewing figures on our end are slightly down, so I can only assume that people have just stayed in bed. It's the only possible explanation.
Nothing wrong with that, mate. Nothing wrong with that. Todd Cantwell chests it down.
Brilliant. Go on, Pookie.
Timu again.
Go on, Timu.
Timu Pookie.
Oh, that's not a foul.
And he's furious about it as well. He says, come on to the ref, and I agree. There you go. Championship officiating has hit us on the 16th minute of the game. Norwich City should have broken through on goal there, but the ref has got a red shirt on underneath his black one, it seems. 0-0. Norwich City have definitely had the better of possession, the better of play. The better we've had chances on goal. We've really nullified Middlesbrough at the moment. I tell you what, it's fantastic chest down from Todd Cantwell, who gets the ball through to Timu. I don't know what the ref's moaning about. I mean, iFollow's not even caught up, which is classic. But there you go.
Brilliant. But we've seen that a couple of times, haven't we, Chris? Cantwell and Pookie combining. It was what we missed big time against Barnsley in that cup game, where we just looked really static going forwards, and the chances we did have sadly fell to Puemazoa, who we know can't hit a barn door.
And what Stephen wants big time is a skip goal. And I agree. I would love an Ollie skip goal. Hello to you, Stephen. Hello to everyone that's joining us on the watch along today. The numbers are going up. 560 of you in the house. Don't forget, grab the link, get it in your Nodge GCs, and get everyone in on the banter, the ups, and hopefully not the downs, but all of the ups and celebrations of today. Middlesbrough find themselves with a free kick in a relatively promising area, Jack. Quite distance away, but it looks like McNair is going to have a go at it, actually, from the way.
Well, these are the chances that Middlesbrough will need to make the most of, because they're not going to get many from open play. So it's set pieces that will count, and it's McNair striking it, and it hits the wall, which certainly wasn't 10 yards away.
And it's fantastic from Timu Pookie. And speaking of fantastic, Cheesy Geezer.
Hello, Cheesy.
The house. Here we go. You know what happens when Cheesy Geezer, of course, of the Cheese Truckle, the finest cheese supplier in the world, not just Norfolk, supplying all of the finest restaurants, cafes, bistros, etc. He says, hello, guys. Well, we're looking forward to your joke, Cheesy. Get it in. And Middlesbrough have won themselves a corner kick.
They have. Yeah, they have. It's, there's not much to talk about here. They had a set piece, they thumped it against the wall, they want to throw it, and they've hacked it out for a corner. So, as I say, these are the chances where Middlesbrough will be looking to make count. They haven't got the tallest of squads. Yannick Balassi is probably the tallest. What's he? Just over 6 foot. So there we go. Hopefully a Cheesy Geezer joke will come in soon to nullify the pain of watching Norwich defend set pieces, and it's not fully cleared. It is now. Good block by Timu Pookie.
Yeah, it's a great block. And actually, Jack, earlier on as well, Timu Pookie is hungry. The goat is hungry to be fed.
Goat needs feeding.
The goat needs feeding. He's chasing everything down defensively and going forwards as well. He looks so hungry. Freshly shaven head as well.
Yeah, nice to see.
Lots of people are saying, Cheesy, where's your joke? Oakley says, Cheesy, give us a joke. Cheesy, give us a joke. Adam saying it's easily a 3-0 to Crew today. I mean, come on. I mean, surely a 5-0 Crew. Get your money on it. Canaries says, Cheesy Geezer, what a legend. Come on, Cheesy, where's your joke? Everyone's waiting for it. Big Bad Barry says, I'm miles behind. Give it a refresh.
It's normally us, Barry, that's behind. Don't worry. 19 minutes, 22 seconds on the clock for us. Ben Gibson marauding forwards.
Ben Gibson again. He's getting his head up and he's marching forwards. He's got so much confidence against his former side. Emi Wendia buzzing about the pitch. Rapinoe now looking up, getting loads of space. Middlesbrough are sitting back, Jack. You know what? I'm disappointed. I thought Middlesbrough.
Say Rapinoe.
Yes, I did. I thought Middlesbrough were going to come and give it a go today, but they are sitting back. They're sitting back. They've got loads of space and time. And to be honest with you, Jack, I'm disappointed that Norwich City haven't taken advantage already. It's coming.
I think today's one of them games where the patient fans will be rewarded, I think, and it will be a nervy 90 minutes for those who, expect goals straight away. This isn't going to be high scoring. We've seen Middlesbrough going to be sat deep, and it's up to us to break them down. We have had a few chances. Vrancic will be disappointed not to have taken one of them, but Pukki already. I think Farke said in his press conference, which I found interesting, the injury or the few weeks he's had off will actually benefit Teemu Pukki because he's a man who plays a lot of football and sometimes he just needs a little rest. He's obviously had time to shave his head, groom the beard, and the goat is hungry and ready to go again. So hopefully we'll see a goal from him today.
Couple of points. Great one from Norwich 2000 on YouTube. It says Warnock is scared of this side, but you can't blame him. Yeah, as I said, honestly, everyone's bigging up Middlesbrough. Imagine how scared they are of coming to Carrow to the top of the league side today to try and salvage a point. And it's a tackle. It's brilliant. He's interrupted Johnny Howson, who's looking rather homeless, it must be said. Still 0-0 on the clock, though. It's a positive start, I think, for Norwich City, and Middlesbrough found a ball. No, they haven't.
Lucas Root.
Oh, brilliant. Rapinoe doing his job yet again. It's a
very
great
good for there.
And marching the ball.
Oh, Janulis, Mr. No Breaks, skinning. Who's that?
Cheesy Geezer's got his joke in. He says, what does a cheese alcoholic call for? Right, there's his question. We're waiting for your answer.
Cheese alcoholic call for.
What does a cheese alcoholic call for? Oh, my God. Right, this better be good. Oh, Chaz Tats has got his answer in. He's going for camembert.
Nice.
He's a geezer. There you go.
The answer's in. The answer's in, Chris.
Is it? What is it? More beer, please. It's not quite
getting any better, Cheesy.
That'll do. I'll take that. It's a cheesy joke from the Cheesy Geezer. Of course, the finest cheese supplier of the cheese truckle in Norfolk, and he's still not paying for sponsorship. Grant Hanley takes his man brilliantly, and he plays it back and keeps.
I don't think I've ever seen two Norwich City centre backs play as high as Hanley and Gibson are today. They are so high up the pitch.
They're quick, they're aggressive, they're getting their head up. And I just wanted to say as well, Jack, one of the things I've noticed is Tim Krul is going out for the ball. When it's coming back, he's running to the ball. And I think what he's trying to do is really get the guys playing it out from the back as quick as possible. Keep the tempo up. They know that Middlesbrough are sitting back at the moment.
Oh, that's a pass, that is.
It's a hell of a pass.
Pukki down the right-hand side. Pukki's drifting a little wide at the moment, which I'm never a massive fan of. I like to see Pukki through the middle. But with Buendia, Cantwell and Pukki, they're very interchanging, aren't they? They're like butterflies in a summer day, just floating around, waiting for their chance to create joy for the Norwich City fans.
It's an interesting analogy, but we will take it. Chaz Tat says, are we going to have Cheesy Geezer on the TNT pub crawl? Yes, he will be there. Don't worry.
Will he be there with cheese?
Yes, he will. Don't worry. Quite a lot.
We need like a Cheesy Geezer Baby Bell equivalent, something that you can snack on the go. So Cheesy, you've got a little bit of time before we go on the pub crawl. Buendia lining up a free kick here, 30 yards out. Probably a little bit too far to hit one, but the confidence Buendia has, I'm sure he'll have a pop.
And speaking of having a pop, that's piss poor, and I would be having a pop at Middlesbrough. They've just grabbed the ball and kicked it away there. Referee still keeping his cards in the pocket, not controlling the game. Just a quick public service announcement whilst we're waiting for this free kick to be taken. If you're enjoying the watch along so far, do us a favour, grab the link, get your mates involved. If you're watching on YouTube, give it a thumbs up. It really does help us. And of course, one more shout out for the TNC setups. Grab a picture, hashtag NCFC at Talk Norwich City, share it on Twitter, and we will retweet absolutely all of them. Here we go then.
Free kick. He'll float one in. Janulis. Oh my goodness. That was, oh no, it wasn't Janulis, it was Roop. That was close actually.
Yeah, I didn't quite expect that. It's looped up. Roop has looped up, and it's just narrowly gone past the upright. 0-0. It's a very unlikely chance. He's surrounded by Middlesbrough players, but to be fair to Lucas Roop, he's got his skull on it, but it's over the bar. Close but no cigar. 589 of you in the TNT Watchalong. Welcome today to another Norwich City 3 points. You know it's coming. Middlesbrough sitting back, defensive, quite sluggish. They look like they've just lost 3-0, I have to say. And it's brilliant defending by Max Aarons there, and it's gone out for a throw-in.
Yeah, Stephen Franklin, I thought Bournemouth would be right behind us all season, but they've well bottled it. You know what? It reminds me slightly of that season we had in the Championship under Neil Adams, where we started really bright and then just kind of faded away. I don't think their manager will be there for too much longer. He can't be. They've got a really, really valuable squad. Started well, Solanke, King, Stanislas. They've got so much talent in that squad, but it was Tin Pot FC against Tin Potter FC last night, wasn't it? Reading, Bournemouth, my goodness.
I can't imagine being beaten that badly by Reading, the most tin pot of all clubs. That is honestly horrendous. I mean, seriously, that is a sackable offence. But I told you, stop bigging up Bournemouth. I said it, Jack. And you all laughed at me. And look who's laughing.
Well, you're not laughing now.
Honestly, Bournemouth season is over. 100%. Here we go. Norwich City defending a corner. Giannoulis watching his man at the back stick. It's moved into the centre of the box and it's over the bar. Tim Krul shouting something at his defenders. Not sure quite what. Yannick Bolasie is laughing. He's probably laughing at his team that he's joined because they've been terrible so far.
Yeah, I don't think I expected too much more from Middlesbrough as they get the ball. I'm fearful to disrespect them too much as they're on the attack. So I'll stop what I was saying for a moment as Yannick Bolasie gets forward and he'll put it out wide and they'll deliver a cross and it will be met by Tim Krul. Well done, Tim Krul, who I think that's probably his first touch of the day. And we're 26 minutes in. That tells the story of how little Middlesbrough have attacked so far. Good pressing this from Borough, though. Ben Gibson on the ball. He'll go long.
It does.
Here we go. I tell you what, a chance for Norwich to get forwards here through Mario Vrancic. Go on, Mario.
Loads of space. Give it. Brilliant. Go on, Timu. Oh, it's great defending from Middlesbrough, to be fair. Pookie found himself with the ball in the box. Mario Vrancic finds his man. He needed to. Missed a couple of chances so far in this game.
I tell you what, whenever Mario's got the ball, the Middlesbrough players just move away from him. It's like he's got some kind of defensive anti-magnet on him.
Seriously. And I know that this will get clipped up if we lose. We're not going to lose. But Middlesbrough, I'm so surprised at how poor the Middlesbrough midfield are, especially. They are so open. Like, Norwich City need to be beating teams like this. They are here for these points are here for the taking today, 100%. Where we look slightly fragile is when Middlesbrough bring the ball forwards and get over the halfway line. But it's not happened often. Where Norwich look especially dangerous, Jack, and we said this. The great thing about Team Pookie starting is it opens up those pockets of space, which at the moment they're not pockets, they're craters. I mean, there is so much space between Middlesbrough midfield and defence. They're all over the show at the moment. I think Colin's going to be having a word with them at half-time, that's for sure. 0-0, timestamp 28.
But still, not really a clear-cut chance as of yet. I don't think we've pulled a save out of their goalkeeper, have we?
Mate, Mario Vrancic, that is the definition.
Yeah, but we didn't get it on target.
And it's a clear-cut chance. Doesn't matter if it's on target or not. I mean, he's got to score that. should be. I can understand not being able to do better for the second, but that first one absolutely has to do better than that.
Okay, Mr. E wants a timestamp. 28 minutes, 46 seconds on the clock in this championship clash between Norwich City and Middlesbrough. 0-0 the score. A fairly quiet game so far. Norwich with the majority of the ball. We could have probably told you that before the game kicked off. Bristol City apparently have signed Henry Lansbury.
Wow.
A player I would have taken. I tell you what, signing of the window for a championship club, Conor Hourihane to Swansea.
Oh, yeah.
Great signing for them.
Yeah, it is. Quality player. Always does well against us as well, which is incredibly annoying. Todd Cantwell pulling the strings, trying to draw down, giving an advantage. Emi Buendia with the ball on the halfway line at the moment. Todd Cantwell and Emi Buendia are switching places all the time, which is confusing the Middlesbrough midfield. And they're all over the show. They are all over the show. Genuinely, it's a interesting ball across the pitch to Max.
My only not necessarily criticism. The one change I'd like to see is let's get Pookie a bit more central. He's wasted out wide.
Yeah, but I think he's had to go out wide because of the balls that have been delivered into him. And don't forget, Jack, when he drifts out wide to collect the ball, that space is going to be there for Mario Vrancic, Todd Cantwell, Emi Buendia, and we should be 1-0 up already. Yannick Bolasie is almost broken through for the first time.
I don't think that was a foul, but it's the championship, so there will always be positions.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Norwich on the ball, 30 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock. How have we found this opening half an hour? It always flies by the first half, I find, and then the second half's a bit slower. Norwich City on the ball once again. Ben Gibson progressing up the pitch.
The goal's coming, mate. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord.
This is a great excuse for Mr. E. I'm so sorry. My garage called to say that the car is fixed and I lost your timestamp. Right, 30 minutes, 39 seconds. Good news about the car. Hope it doesn't cost you too much cash.
Bit wasteless from Norwich City in the last 5. Jack, it has to be said, both the defence and the midfield. There's been a few sloppy passes, actually, from multiple players. And you don't want to give Middlesbrough too much of the ball because that will allow them, of course, to grow into the game. And they've not so far. But in the last 5 minutes, they have found themselves with a little bit more ball to play with, which is disappointing for Norwich City because we started so well. We came out of the hatches absolutely flying. And
it's got a little scrappy. I think we see them kind of peaks and troughs games, don't we? Norwich start bra. Let me start that again. Start bright, and then falter a little bit, and then find their feet again. Certainly in the second half, Middlesbrough throwing men forwards. Now this could work in Norwich City's favour if we can defend well. Then we hit them on the counter, score goals, win the league, back to the Prem, European Tour. Happy days.
On a serious note, if you've not booked time off for the European Tour,
book it.
In a couple of years, make sure you got it booked in. Just keep half an eye on the calendar.
Something I'll never understand, and we see it here with Neil Warnock's assistant.
Yes, I know.
Wearing a mask under your chin. If you're going to do that, just don't put the mask on.
Correct.
Pointless.
Absolutely. Here we go then. Max Aarons has found some space. He's tried to carve them open, and it's unfortunately not met by Emi Buendia, who apologises to Max. And Middlesbrough's goalkeeper is slowing the game down. This is what they want. They want to get in at half time at it 0-0. Neil Warnock will be worried about this. He'll be worried about the first half, how open they've been. He doesn't look like a happy man, but then again, is Neil Warnock ever been a happy man? I don't think he ever will be. Norwich City struggling to get on the ball at the moment. It's up in the air. It's bobbling about. It's quite slow. Middlesbrough are building into it, Jack.
Yeah, slightly. It's just gone a little bit flat, and I think we probably expected it slightly. There'll be chances in this game for Norwich City. It's scrappy at the moment. We just need to get the ball down. As you said at the start of the show, Chris, this game will be won or lost in the middle of the park. Let's see Skip and let's see Root just getting the ball on the floor and feeding the wealth of attacking talent we've got. We haven't seen too much of that. It's been almost Hanley and Gibson bypassing the midfield, finding passes through. We need to get the midfield in play. Once we do that, we unlock their defence.
Chambers 101. I'm not sure if that's HMS Piss the League in your profile picture there, but he says Norwich
Looks like Case the Lifeboat.
Kazakhstan 2023. Yeah, love a bit of that. Why not? Simon's Universe of Music says PP to win this game. Yeah,
let's not be relying on PP to win the game.
I mean, God, to be fair,
has any side had a shot on target yet? That's my question.
There you go, Jack. You've just broken it up. It's me. James E is already on your wavelength. He says 0 shots on target, but my God, there should have been. My God, there should have been at least 2 from Norwich. And that's an off-the-ball challenge, and it's a free kick for Norwich. It's Fisher on Timu Pukki. He's asking for a card. Is he going to get one? Is the Championship referee going to take control of this game?
No, of course he's not.
No, he's not. He's going to bottle it. Of course he is, because he's a bloody bottle job like the rest of these Championship referees. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a booking. I mean, there's 2 defenders there. Pukki, I mean, it's going wide, but he's brought him down.
He's rugby tackled him. He's rugby tackled him, and it's not even a booking. Fisher, the Middlesbrough player, is lucky to get away with one there. Looking quite cocky and arrogant as he walks away, knowing how lucky he is as well.
Right, the goal, we've got to score from this, Chris, just to let you know.
100%, mate. I can feel a goal coming. I don't know about you. This absolutely reeks of Norwich City 1, Middlesbrough 0. And here we go. Get a good ball in, Emmy. Get it over the first man. And Grant Hanley will get his stop.
Nearly gets there, Pukki. Come on, Pukki.
Go on, Timu. Go on, Timu. Win the corner, win the corner, win the corner. No. It's got the ball in, and it's hoofed out by him. No, it's not. Pukki.
Got it. Go on.
Get a bloody crossing, lads. Come on. There's so much space and time. Norwich City haven't been
72% possession for Norwich, as expected. Lots of the ball, but still haven't carved out too many chances as of yet. This next 10 minutes could be crucial for Norwich. As Ollie Skip progressing forwards, that's what we wanted. That's what we're getting. Janoulis, the Greek Emperor, Todd Cantwell. Is he offside? No, he's not. This is better from Norwich. Tempo, Cantwell, that's horrendous.
Oh, my God, Todd. What are you doing there, mate?
I don't know if that's a cross, a shot, an attempt to knock out a security guard, something.
It's poor.
Certainly wasn't beneficial.
It's poor from Toddy, and Daniel Farker's watching your back and looks less than impressed. Big up.
He's got the Watchalong on.
Big up to Henry Evans, who's just posted his TNC setup. Looks like he's got some sort of, don't know what he's got on his toast there.
What's that?
Looks slightly burnt as well, by the way. But
no, that's eggs. That's fried eggs.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, they've been cremated, but still.
Henry, big up, love it, and that's going to get a retweet on the TNC social media accounts. Thank you for all of your support as always. 587 of you in the house. Don't forget to grab the link, share it with your mates and your Nodge group chats. Get them in. Speaking of getting them in, Grant Hanley's tried to get into the Middlesbrough box and it's not worked, and it's gone out for a Middlesbrough goal kick.
Love this, Emily Hayes. Just imagine Farker watching the TNC Watchalong on his little screen. Should be taking tips from you two. Probably not the most beneficial tactical insight from us, Emily, but you know, he could get himself 20% off some Lakens.
If it was up to us, Emily, we would have seen Grant Hanley playing up top in the last 5. So probably not the best idea. Great to see so many of you in the comments as always. Really appreciate it. Matthew Barber's summarising his first half. He says, this is pure scrappy do.
It's very scrappy. Yeah.
Scrappy do or scrappy poo. Paul Davis says, is Jack Daniels at this time bad?
No.
I think when a Norwich game's on, just allow yourself to be free and treat yourself.
Middlesbrough coming forwards here. Oh, Grant Hanley, as always, mops up the danger. Well done.
He is so good. He is seriously so good. Grant Hanley he is bossing this league. He really is, 100%. Oh, he's a joy to watch. He really is. And I love how he's turning into the Norfolk PK, isn't he? He really is. He's just
he's better than PK.
Jesus, wow. Okay, Mari Vrancic on the ball now. Coming backwards with it, though. Ben Gibson immediately getting his head up, playing it across to his...
a goal before half-time would be perfect here.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
And I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's going to happen too. I think Norwich City should absolutely do this now. They should do it. They should break through. We've had plenty of chances.
Susanna's grandma poured her a glass of wine at 10 a.m. this morning. Well, you know, Pre-match beverages. I guess it's the equivalent of having a glass of wine at 1 o'clock for a 3 p.m. kickoff. No, is it a corner? No, it's a goal kick.
What? I am honestly sick of these officials. I really am. God's sake.
Great point, John. Paolo Maldini does indeed have pictures of Grant Hanley on his wall.
Yeah, 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt. Neil Warnock.
He's laughing about something. I don't know what.
Laughing, moaning, bit of both. That's what he does. Good to see his assistant wearing his mask properly finally. Come on, we've got to beat these. Oh, come on, we've got to beat these. We really do. Yeah,
Mate, if we've learned anything, it's that we've got to be patient with Norwich.
Yeah, ish. But it is always frustrating. Cheesy's analysing this first half. He says, playing too slow. Need to speed the passing up. Look, Cheesy, I think opening 15, the passing and tempo was absolutely there. But I would absolutely agree with you entirely that the last probably 10 or 15, it hasn't been quick enough. We've lost the ball way too much. And the passing has been pretty poor from various different players on the pitch. And I draw back to it, and I'm sorry to keep repeating myself, Mario Vrancic had to score to put us 1-0 up very early on, and he didn't do it, and now Middlesbrough are building.
I tell you who we haven't seen much of so far this game, and he's been the key to opening defences. Max Aarons, he's usually the man bombing forwards. Krul, please clear it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Tim Krul there has just done something that I would have never have expected him to do. He's collected the ball, and you think he's going to lose, and he's just done a Cruyff, and his Dutch, emulating his Dutch counterpart, he's just done a Cruyff turn on the Middlesbrough striker. I mean, Tim Krul, what an absolute legend! What a man! He's enjoying himself.
Oh, that's late.
Come on, Emmy. Yeah, you're going to book him, aren't you? Of course you are. You're going to book our player, aren't you? Yeah. All right. Neil Warnock will give you the money at the back door on the way out. I cannot stand these refs. I really can't. Yes, it's a
That's
foul.
definitely a booking.
Yes, it's a foul. Yes, it's a booking. But they should have at least 2 in the book by now as well. Fisher, blatant booking early on. It's really frustrating. Norwich City 0-0. Emi Buendia starting to potentially show a wee bit of frustration.
Without me being on a booking either.
Yeah.
Fire about him, hasn't he?
Not ideal, but don't forget, Jack, we've got lots of really strong options on the bench to come on today. So hopefully we bring them on early.
We're
all right.
He's offside. Yeah. Fry, who has basically got one eye, he's offside there. Is he offside? No, he's not.
What? What are they called for there?
I have no idea. He's definitely not offside though. Anyway. Oh no, it's a corner. It's a corner.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's iFollow for you, isn't it? We don't get the line on iFollow. I don't get anything on iFollow, to be honest with you. Here we go. The Middlesbrough corner. Tim Krul shouting his orders at his defence.
Oh, Hanley's head is there again.
Grant Hanley, the slab head himself is there yet again, and it's gone all the way out. For a Middlesbrough throw-in. 42 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. Will we see a Norwich City breakthrough before half-time? Let us know in the comment section. I want a yes or a no.
I don't think this has been a game for the neutral.
No, it's not. It's been pretty boring if you're a neutral, but there you go. We're not neutrals. We're Norwich City, born and bred.
Bolassi's so desperate to score. He's just shooting from everywhere.
Yeah, but he's probably been told to do that, hasn't he? Bless his heart. There you go. People are getting in their comments. Sean says, no, we're not going to score before half time. Ian says, no.
Oh, come on, guys.
No. Sam, I disagree with that, to be honest with you. Yes, Middlesbrough have built themselves back into this now. But we absolutely deserve to take the lead in the first 15. There's just such a big chance, 100%.
I don't think it's as big as you're making out, Chris.
Oh, mate, come off it. When people watch that back and you say that to me again, come on.
I think the defender closes him down well, and he's only got one place to shoot. I honestly, we haven't created enough to be deserving the lead. We've had one chance.
And?
But it wasn't a big one either.
put it to bed. Oh, how can you say that wasn't a big chance? How many late ones did you have?
I mean, it was a chance. I wouldn't say it was a big chance.
Oh, mate, for God's sake. He's literally 1 yard out the 6-yard box.
Anyway, we're going to score now. No, we're not.
We are going to score now. The goal is coming. We're going to score before after. Norwich City always do this. Don't forget. This is the script.
They tease us, don't they?
They do. They do. And hope, but Middlesbrough are growing into it. They really are. We've given away the ball way too cheaply. And as I said, Middlesbrough build themselves back into this game now. Graham Fackman on Facebook says, patience. We will come through. Yeah, I like that, Graham. I love that positivity.
Any interest on Al, Chris?
I've always got interest for an L, always. And by the way, this game reeks of an L. He loves a goal against Middlesbrough. I'll never forget that one away from...
Don't like this. Hanley again. His head is everywhere.
He's so good. He really is. It's brilliant from Grant Hanley. Yeah, no, Jack, I was just saying, an L loves a goal against Middlesbrough. I'll never forget in that absolutely dreadful lime green away kit where we scored to beat them 1-0. He snuck it past the keeper in his near post.
That's right, yeah.
Another brilliant Anel Hernandez goal, and is an absolute bull, and will bulldoze through them should he get on the pitch today. It's a Middlesbrough corner kick. It's whipped into the box. Oh, no, it's not.
Hanley again.
Grant Hanley. Right, do you know what? I would, seriously, if I was the FA, I'd be doing an inspection on Grant Hanley to see. I reckon he's got a magnet on his head for seriously, because I cannot remember the last time I saw him misplace a header.
I mean, I think it's because the head's so big, it just covers more space than a normal head. Anyway, Middlesbrough putting on some late pressure, another corner for them. Let's clear this, and then that'll be the end of the first half. That's a dangerous ball whipped in. Oliver Skip clears, and that will probably be maybe one more attack here. Middlesbrough looking to get the ball in. Well, blocked by Todd Campbell. One last attack for Middlesbrough, and that will be the end of the first half. And that will be cleared by Max Aarons. And hopefully, well played, Max Aarons.
Jax, a lot of people are commenting on Sorensen not being in the side and that making a massive difference. I think Keezy was one of them. Yeah, he is. And, you know, and I agree with that. But I think a key component part of why this potentially hasn't continued to progress and why we haven't continued to grow into the game is our fullbacks aren't getting forwards. Jack, you and I on as well. You know, Max Aarons isn't getting forwards at all. Dimitri Giannoulis said in his interview he loves to get forwards and attack, and we've not seen any of that yet. But it must be said, we've seen enough joy through the middle of Middlesbrough's team in those early exchanges for Norwich City to be 1-0 up. They're not, but patience. Let's apply patience. We know that we can do this. Casey Crofts is in the comment section on YouTube. She says, come on, NCFC. Get your one-word summaries for that first half, please, in the comment section, and Jack will put them up on the screen for you. In the meantime, Jack, what was your interpretation of that first half display from Norwich City?
As expected, I think tight, no goals. I think it's going to be low scoring, possession dominated by Norwich City, couple of chances, the best of them falling to Norwich City. If you are just tuning in, I think a lot of people have forgotten this is the early kickoff, so welcome along. Not much to report on. I would agree with Chris, though. We need to get a bit more width about us, and that comes through Giannoulis and through Aarons. I think Giannoulis is a little bit worried to get too far forwards. He's new to the league. It will take him a few games to get up to the speed of things, but defensively sound. I think the whole feeling sorry for Jakob Sorensen isn't really a story for me. Like, he would have expected to have lost out his place to a man who we will probably be signing for 7 million quid or whatever it is. The argument, I guess, is should Sorensen have been playing in midfield? But then if you've got Sorensen next to Skip, it's quite defensively minded. I think Roop would then be frustrated. I think the team is spot on. This is completely a game of patience, though. My only frustration is I don't think we've seen enough of Max Aarons so far, and I think we've seen a lot of creativity from him in recent weeks. And the other one is Pookie hasn't had a shot, really. And that's been a frustration. So 6 shots to 4, 70% possession for Norwich. As I said, it wasn't a clear-cut chance for Vrancic, as detailed by Opta.
And Jack, of course, you can get all of your match day statistics on One Football, can't you? Which is absolutely incredible. Football
well remembered.
Get on, make sure that you download it. It is genuinely brilliant, and we absolutely love them. Let's get your one-word summaries for that first half on screen. Nathan Leggett says steady. David Berman, the man with the best cocktails, says scrappy. Tom Buckley says frothing. Wow. Tony says boring. Underrated gamer says slow. Mr. Ready Floyd says boring. Stephen, 2 words, says no pace. Sam says slow. Reed says crisp. Okay.
If you look though at if you look at the 6 most recent results against Middlesbrough, all 6 of them have been 1-0 wins for Norwich. These are always tight encounters against Middlesbrough. I don't think anyone expected to go out there today and blow them away. And I think in terms of Middlesbrough, they'll be relatively chuffed with that first half performance. I think we'll see a much brighter, more electric, fast-paced Norwich City in this second half. That first half felt like it was a bit cat and mouse. You move, we'll move. Let's try and figure out each other. I think it's going to be slightly more open in this second half, and I think that's where we'll see goals for Norwich City. Simmering. I like that. I like that from my mother. Simmering. Not full boil yet. We're waiting to put the pasta in the boiling water, but it's just about coming up to the boil. And when we throw the pasta in, that's Teemu Pukki scoring goals.
It's quite a lot of negative words coming in on the comment section.
We've had a sudden influx of viewers. Can the people who've just joined please let us know? Did you forget it was a half 12 kickoff? I think you did, didn't you? I think you did. Probably. Chris, what did you make of the first half?
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I kind of emulate a lot of your thoughts, to be honest with you, Jack. I think, Dimitri is settling into the game. I don't really think you can particularly even analyse his performance, particularly because he's not really done what he's been bought for to do. Actually, so much of that play is gone through centrally. I've really loved the look of Grant Hanley and Ben Gibson, so super confident, just taking their player out of the game, which is so impressive for a defender to do. Getting their head up, bombing forward themselves actually, and finding those passes into Todd Cantwell. Must be said, I think that Lucas Roop has been brilliant in that first half. Proper engine room in that Norwich City side, pulling the play about. But after that first 15, after Mario Vrancic misses that sitter, I think the Norwich City lost a bit of their sting, I think it's fair to say. And I think, if I was Daniel Farke, I would probably stick with it for maybe the first 5 or 10 minutes, but I would not hesitate to bring this man on that has been mentioned by many people, Anel Hernandez. I think he is the man to change this game today. I really do. And there's a lot of players on that bench that can absolutely make not just a tiny difference, a massive difference to this game, Jack. Do I think Middlesbrough will come out the second half much different? No, I don't. I've seen a lot of people comment on this. Mate, this is a game that we should be taking. And of course, Middlesbrough can hurt us, of course, but any team can hurt us. And there's always that risk of a team that comes to Carrow defensively, looking to break us on the counter. But at the end of the day, I just can't see it. I think these are Norwich's points. Are we going to take them, or are we on a hangover from Barnsley? And it's up to Daniel Farke to ensure that his team are motivated coming on for the second half. Lots of comments, Anel coming on. Lots of people want to see Anel.
I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd bring Vrancic off for Anel. I'd move Cantwell or Buendia central, and I'd put Onel out wide. I wouldn't be pulling Todd off. We saw how much we missed him in that performance against Barnsley. The joy of Todd is he can drift across the pitch, right? And that's really important, and that confuses defences. Middlesbrough have looked fairly comfortable defending so far. We need as much creativity. I'm still, and I know a lot of people will disagree, I still think Vrancic is more impactful for us off the bench. I don't think we've seen enough of him so far, and what we did see of him, he missed a fairly good chance. So, look, we've seen a lot of these types of performances from Norwich against teams who sit deep. Not much happens in the first half, and then we burst into life in the second half. So I don't think there's too much to worry about.
Drink of choices today, Lakens. Don't forget you get 20% off by clicking the link in the description. Exclusively for Norwich City viewers. 635 of you in the house now. Welcome along. This is the halftime chat, but don't forget we broadcast a watch along from the first to the last minute and beyond that for all of your Norwich City chat and debate. So make sure you join us. Do us a favour if you've enjoyed the watch along so far. Get your mates involved. Give it a like on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, beyond. Every share counts and really helps support our channel. Massive thank you to everyone that's watching globally, as well as in pretty rainy Norfolk today. Just looking at these stats here, Jack. Fouls 1 for Norwich, 9. You know, Middlesbrough have had to foul us to stop us from playing, and that is a positive. And I've seen lots of Todd Cantwell slander in the comments. And I really, really don't agree. For me, Todd Cantwell, when he picks up the ball...
Sorry, I've just got to read this comment. Sorry. Might be moving to Norwich, randomly Googled, and you guys came up. All I know is that Delia Smith cooks the team's dinners. JJ, look, welcome to Norwich. You were probably expecting something on Rightmove to pop up, but if you need any advice around the city of Norwich, then we are the people. Welcome along to Talk Norwich City. You can subscribe whilst you're here, JJ. Sorry, Chris, I really interrupted.
No, I was going to say I need to be a wee bit fair, right? So Todd Cantwell absolutely does blaze one over the bar, and he has to do better, right? And he'll know that he's not had the best performance today, but he's definitely not the worst player on the pitch. And there's so much unfair criticism of Todd just because he's smashing it as a youngster. And I think for me, you know, if you're gonna be harsh on anyone, I think it's Mario Vrancic in that first half. But to be fair, Mario brought the ball forwards really well and found himself in plenty of space. And you know, and as you've said, Jack, perhaps if that's the second half, it's a different type of Mario Vrancic that we're seeing.
I also don't think like we necessarily have to find someone to criticise. I don't think anyone's been particularly bad, and I don't think the performance has been particularly bad. The reason that we're critical is because Norwich are 6 points clear at the top of the division. This is a Middlesbrough side who've got resource. They've just brought in Balassi and Fisher, 2 good players. They've got a manager who knows exactly what to do in the Championship. And let's not forget, they're 7th in the division. Like, they're no mugs, Middlesbrough. So this isn't a terrible performance. Yes, of course, there's improvements to be found, but we'll find them as we have done time and time again. So let's not get too down on this performance because it hasn't been terrible. If Vrancic scores that chance early doors, you know, we're sat here and we're going professional workman-like performance. We're winning up very fine margins. We haven't conceded. 45 minutes to hopefully win this game, and we'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, no, I do. I actually really agree with that, Jack. Actually, all it needs is a goal, and we're looking good. Let's read this out from Michael, our good friend Michael, who of course has got his Grant Holt.
Mine's
signed by his very talented daughter. He says Todd Cantwell is excellent, but not every game yet. He's young and still learning. Not sure why people are so impatient with him. Exactly. Look, he's still a youngster, and he was on the verge of not signing a new contract when we went up to the Premier League. And in my opinion, was in the top 3 players in the Premier League. Without Todd last season, Timu Pukki doesn't score probably most of his goals, in my opinion. So, look, a bit more respect on Todd's name, please. You know, it's not been the best performance for him in the first half, but there's certainly been worse players. And at the end of the day, it's not even just about what we think about Todd or what the Norwich team, how the Norwich team functions with Todd. It's actually about how the opposition function with Todd starting, because they will be worried. You know, Todd Cantwell, whether you like it or not, is our James Maddison, our Jack Grealish. He is the guy that is going to pull the strings. He's going to pop a shot. And, you know, it's the same thing that this exact thing happened with the likes of Jacob and Josh Murphy It always happens. And I always say this, right? They're youngsters. They're one of our own. They honestly, Todd absolutely loves Norwich to the core and will do anything and everything, not just for the team, but for the fans as well. So yeah, I think we need to be a wee bit more patient. And don't forget that Mario, Emmy, Todd are on the pitch to take risks. So they are going to make mistakes. So it's very easy to criticize them, as I have done with Mario Vrancic. But what I also understand is he is on the pitch to take risks because he's in a position where he's trying to break down the opposition. So let's cool off Todd a wee bit. Let's give all of these players more time. It's been a solid performance in the first half, but it has been a bit lackluster. But it has been solid, hasn't it, Jack? I mean, I've never really felt worried about conceding to Middlesbrough.
No, exactly. I love this comment, and I love hearing people's stories who aren't necessarily from Norfolk but support Norwich. I started supporting Norwich after Brazil won the World Cup in 2002, and they had similar kits. Let's smash in a wall. I love that. And often it is the colours of Norwich City that attract people to support us. So welcome along. Welcome to all of you. David, spot on. Good to see Ida back fit. Yeah, the bench is very strong. So we do have options there, and that's something that we haven't necessarily had in some games this season. I genuinely and I haven't even got my yellow tinted glasses on. I don't think that first half performance was that bad. I really don't. I think we've sussed them out. I think we'll have, look, if we don't go on to win the game now, yeah, of course, have a pop at me. But I don't think we've been that bad. I think Middlesbrough aren't as bad as some people are making out. They're 7th in the division for a reason. And we've been the better team. So here we go. The players are coming out for the second half. Do we still think we're going to win the game? Let us know in the comment section. And also, if you haven't already, hit subscribe. You'll never miss out on a live stream. We are nearing 21,000 of you, which is way more than Ipswich's average attendance, which is absolutely beautiful.
Also, a reason why you should subscribe is we are on the edge of securing a really, really, really fun TNC podcast. So it's going to take
first team player.
Yeah, it's going to take a few weeks to convert, but fingers crossed that will be a signed, sealed deal in negotiation with the club at the moment. So if that's not worth subscribing to us on YouTube for, I don't know what is. Welcome to TNC Watchalong. The second half is about to kick off. 622 of you in the house. Get your second half ready. Get your Lakens in your hand. Get your mates in as well. Grab the link. Share it with your mates on your Nodge GCs, your group chats, Twitter, however you're watching. And thanks so much for joining. Really appreciate the support as always. And
that Norwich skyline, isn't it? The shot of across the city stand, you can see the cathedral, you can see Morrison's. It's just glorious. It really is. Love Norwich. Can't wait to get back. The box protector says a TNC interviewing Josip Drmic. Maybe. We can neither confirm nor deny who the next podcast guest will be.
Could you imagine, though? Could you actually imagine if we did one with Josip, like after everything we've said?
I think we'd get on well.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, well, here we go then. We're underway. 45 minutes and 8 seconds. Timestamp on the clock. Norwich City 0, Middlesbrough 0. Daniel Barker sweeps his German locks behind his ears. And Max Aarons is taking a throw-in for Norwich City, looking to get it up the pitch already.
It's time, isn't it? My goodness.
But he's also moving forwards. So happy holidays. I'm optimistic. I really am optimistic. I don't buy this Middlesbrough 7th place thing. Like, I'm not buying that from you. I think
you never do. I don't know why I try and convince you things.
You are accepting mediocrity, and I am not having it. And someone that I know doesn't accept mediocrity is Chaz Tats, who says Pookie, Todd, and Emmy off. Ida, PP, and Anel. Surprise them. Chaz Tats, massive thanks for your super chat, mate. Welcome and thank you. Really appreciate it. So good to see so many of you in the comments today. Love a bit of that from Adam, Paul Shambert. We love a bit of that. Looking forward to seeing Ipswich lose to Crewe today. Norwich City have won a free kick in our half. And it's not been the most glamorous start to the second half.
No, it's been scrappy. It's been scrappy.
It's early days. Here we go.
That's so true, by the way. So true.
All the compliment Jack gives to the opposition Chris hates, we love it. But look, at the end of the day, Lou, I'm a Norwich fan. I'm not here to sit on the fence. I'm not a journalist. So I'll always back the boys. I've got my yellow and green glasses on, mate, and I always will, and I always have. So yeah, there you go.
No subs, by the way. No subs have been made. It's the same squad that finished the first half. I reckon give it until 60 minutes before we make any changes. Welcome along to each and every one of you. 47 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock in this game. Mr. Radio Floyd's living the dream. He's got a pot noodle brewing. Great to see. What flavour? Chicken? Is it chicken and sweet corn pot noodle? I think that's the one I usually get. Oh, lovely little ball as Todd Cantwell's on the... he hits one. Oh, just good stuff from Norwich City. That was brighter. Yeah,
it was. And it was, again, Ben Gibson injecting some energy into the side, moving forwards with the ball, finds Mario Vrancic, who plays it back to Todd. It's great. He's tried to get a shot away and it's narrowly missed the mark. And actually, Timu Pukki almost gets a foot on it to take him off it, actually. But there you go. 0-0 still. Norwich City trying to find a way forwards. It was an effort from distance there from Todd Cantwell early doors, which we like. Stephen says Sorensen over Roop. Yeah, that's something we debated at the start. I'm interested to know everyone else's opinions on that. Would you like to see Jakob Sorensen play over Roop? For me, though, Stephen, genuinely, I think genuinely so far, Lucas Roop's been possibly man of the match for Norwich, in my opinion. But feel free to disagree.
I think we also need to realise that we haven't seen Jakob Sorensen play in central defensive midfield. I know that's his best position. But it would take a little while for him to adapt back to that from having played left back. So I honestly couldn't pick faults in the team today. And I know there's a lot of chat around Giannoulis and Jakob, but we were all excited to see Giannoulis. If Giannoulis hadn't have been playing, there would have been question marks over that. So when D is coming forwards at some pace, he'll find Roop, he'll find Oliver Skip, whips it in. Oh, bad cross.
It's gone out for a Middlesbrough goal kick.
We look brighter though. We're finding space in their defence, and we struggled with that. Great play from Cantwell and Buendia there. Just he's certainly not offside. It was a good opportunity for Skip to find someone there. I think he was slightly put off by Middlesbrough claiming for offside. And it was a terrible cross in the end. Yeah. Hayden, always tuning to you guys on the weekend. Love it. Pukki goal last 10 minutes wins this game. Hayden, I think you're probably right. I think it's going to be tight. And I think Pukki will be the difference in this one. This is a good shot, actually, from Ashley. Forgotten about this. Sorensen did play central midfield against Coventry. And he was a baller. Ashley, I was wrong, wasn't I? There we go.
Ashley Bootle is watching us on Twitter via Periscope, and he says Dowaldinho. We know who he wants on. Would you put Dowaldinho on yet, Jack? Is it time to come on just yet?
No. If there was any change I'd make at the moment, it'd be Hernandez on for Vrancic and just tinker with the. Oh, I think Dowaldinho is coming on.
Dowaldinho's coming on. Love a bit of that. Here we go.
So it'll probably be Dowaldinho for Vrancic. Okay, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough though. And
early sub, by the way.
Really good to see Daniel Farcombe making an early substitution. Really good to see that, because it's something that I've always criticised him for, and he's answered my prayers today. This game is stale. It needs something. It needs, importantly, Jack, it needs different ideas. And at the moment, the team do look short of ideas going forwards. We're not giving Todd Cantwell enough of the ball to do his creative thing with it, though, and that is a worry. So if we're not doing that, I don't think it's going to make a bit of difference, really, if it's Dowaldinho or Vrancic or Cantwell, to be honest with you. But we'll see. Really love Dowaldinho. One of the signings that I was most excited about in the summer, and I still think will be a really important player for Norwich City in this championship season to ensure Premier League promotion is ours. Lucas Rook tests it, gets it under control, plays it out the back to Slabhead Hanley.
This is better.
Yeah, it's good from Norwich. The The passing is so much more crisp.
Oh, that's a brilliant challenge from Johnny Howson to break play up. And Middlesbrough can bring the ball forwards here. They've got men over. This is the risk with throwing players forwards. Middlesbrough can hit on the counter, and it's nearly put in the back of the net. It was eventually offside from Saville, but a good opportunity there from Middlesbrough. And we said, didn't we? This game will be won and lost in the middle of the park. Brilliant play from Johnny Howson. We know all about that man. And Middlesbrough could hit on the counter, and we have to be careful of that, because if Middlesbrough score first, then it's going to be really difficult to break them down. A good opportunity there for Middlesbrough. Yeah,
absolutely. And we spoke about that, didn't we, Jack? The threat of Johnny Howson, and we've seen it there. Ollie Skips tried to march past him, and it's a brilliant tackle from Johnny Howson, it must be said. Here we go, by the way. I'm on to my...
that's the best beer in the world, quite literally.
My Laken's Encore, which, of course, was voted the best ale in the world. So there you go. 20% off in the YouTube description.
Norwich just need to find a bit more tempo. I think that's what we're lacking, and that's a brilliant pass. Todd Cantwell will find himself. Get to Pookie. No, it won't. Unlucky. What's that given for? Oh, the foul. How is that a foul?
James Hale reckons that it's an open game and it can go either way. Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that, James. It is end-to-end at the moment. And, it could go either way. Absolutely, you're right to say it. Dom, don't like that. He says, hate to say it, but Middlesbrough are going to win this. No,
I don't think so. I think the goal's coming for Norwich. And I know I don't want to, tread the line of patience too much, because there have been games where we haven't found the breakthrough. But we have created a few chances in this game, and I think we all knew it was going to go. It was going to go in this fashion. Good question from Susanna. Chris, how was the snack game today? Missing my favourite sombrero chips and dips dish.
Yeah, well, to be Susanna, thank you. I will be enjoying that, but unfortunately, I missed the deadline. It was a bit of a rush after my 5K run prior to today's watch-along, so I didn't prepare my snack in time. That's the dedication I provide to you, but I will be enjoying that snack afterwards. Norwich City 0, Middlesbrough 0, 53 seconds, 53 minutes, 53 seconds on the clock.
Good stuff from Jen Tal, 1969. Have you ever had a Jack Valentine mini cask? Now, Laken's every year release a limited edition Jack Valentine ale, and it's glorious. So if you want 20% off that, the code will work. Link in the description for Laken's beers. Genuinely really good value. Brilliant local brewery. Happy days. They love you all. We love them. Grant Hanley loves winning the ball, and he's just done it again. I think that rhymed. I was impressed with that.
He always wins it, doesn't he? He really. I tell you what, Jack, we definitely need a sub. I'm so pleased that Daniel Farke is bringing on Davaldinho. I think we've not seen him in a while. I'm not sure if he's put his jacket back on. But yeah, this game needs subs. This game needs width as well, massively. It's still all through the centre. We're looking at it now. Grant Hanley's got up to the halfway line. In the middle of the pitch. It's all through the centre, and we're finding Skip out wide. And for me, we desperately need an El Hernandez on the pitch now to
brilliant. Janulis.
Go on, Dimitri. Go on. Oh, it's blocked. And it's a Norwich City corner.
That was the best move of the game. Root plays in Janulis. It's a cross. I think it comes out to Vrancic. You can't get a shot away. Brilliant play from Janulis. That wasn't a great play from Janulis. That's what we've wanted to see from Norwich. Brilliant play. We found some space in their box, and nearly that was the breakthrough. It was Buendia out to Janulis. He finds space. He cuts it back to Roop, who gets the shot away, and it's well blocked. Great play from Norwich. That's what we need to do. We need to get our wing backs high up the pitch. How many times this season have we seen Max Aarons or Jakob Sorensen providing balls that will eventually be put into the back of the net? Balassi has been substituted off. Wow.
Interesting. That won't be his dream debut that he was hoping for. Look, Jack, I think you're right. Like we've said it over and over again. I think we need width, both from our fullbacks and also our wingers. And at the moment, we just don't have that option, really. We don't have that option. Grant Hanley winning. Has Grant Hanley lost a single ball today?
No, he's been marvellous, hasn't he?
Genuinely, he's
been really good. Yeah.
Oh, again!
That's not a foul. That's a foul, surely.
What?
That's a goal kick.
I tell you what, by the way, I don't like Emi Buendia on a booking.
No, I don't.
Just to make that.
Do you think we might be seeing Dowell coming on for Buendia?
Possibly, possibly, mate. Do you know what though? Genuinely, and I hand on heart, and I mean this. I'm not just saying it. I'm still really confident.
No, that's not a good move from Hanley. He's giving the ball away. Middlesbrough can come forward. Saville on the ball. Well played, Todd Cantwell.
Brilliant, Toddy. Superb from Todd Cantwell, the man.
And now Norwich can come forwards, and they've got men over. Buendia, will he find a pass? He will at the second time of asking. Giannoulis down the left. He'll find a pass. Pookie. Oh.
Go on. Now.
Cantwell.
Dimitri's warming up, isn't he? Go on, Toddy. Find the man.
This is so scrappy.
And how is that not a bloody foul, by the way, ref? Jesus Christ. And here we go. Then Middlesbrough breaking forwards. It's Middlesbrough's turn. This game has really opened up. Comment section is getting the chants going. Splendid rush. Keep it low. We love a bit of that. Thank you to 619 of you who are watching this TNC watch-along. This second half is hot.
It has opened up.
Norwich City, I'm still confident, are going to get the 3 points today. So stick with us. Stick with the team. We're going to do the job. Defending this, though, it's a great tackle there. I think that's Max Aarons there. Yeah, it's brilliant from Max Aarons. And it's gone out for, I think, a Middlesbrough corner kick. Mario Vrancic, the man, to concede that one. Big chance for Middlesbrough here. This is what they want, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah, definitely. They've looked better in the last 10 minutes. Norwich, though, with the best move of the game so far. It was unlucky that Roop couldn't get his shot away because it deserved more than that. But yeah, as you say, these are the moments that Middlesbrough will be fighting for. Just seen Jamie Everson said Collins smash and grab job today. I hope not, but that's how they're set up. They're looking for that one goal, and I think one goal will be the difference today. I can't see there being too many more than that. Middlesbrough have had a few corners. They've gone short. They'll deliver the ball. That's awful. Why do football clubs go short from corners? I don't get it.
Jack, do you know what's really I'm really yearning to be in the stadium right now because this time the Norwich City need the fans. If the Norwich fans were in right now, the place would be bouncing. We would be yellows, Yarmy, OTBC. And this is
hello. Is that Giannoulis?
Oh,
come on, Mario, do something. Do something. Cantwell.
Keep it simple. Don't lose it. Oh, bloody hell.
It's frustrating, isn't it?
Oh, just keep it simple. Christ.
I tell you what, Giannoulis down the left there, Mr. No Breaks, going on an absolute mad one.
Absolutely gorgeous from Giannoulis. First time that we've seen him come into his own there. Brilliant play from Giannoulis, and something almost comes of it. But now something might come of this, Jack. It's a Middlesbrough corner again. They're turning,
it's end to end now.
Aren't they? They're turning the screw on Norwich. It must be said. They are putting the pressure on.
They are. But what that does give Norwich is space. And I think that's what we want. I'm looking for Hernandez now. Because the game is stretched. We need some width. We need some pace. Hernandez is the man, I think.
Abby Rose wants a timestamp. 60 minutes exactly on the clock for us, Abby. If you're watching from home, it's absolutely time for a sub now, 100%. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know why we've not seen one already. It seems to have taken about 10 hours for Dowell Dino.
For Middlesbrough, whipped in. Oh, good save, Tim Krul. Johnny Howson with the head.
Fine. Comfortable save, Tim Krul, by the way, just in case you're not watching. It was a comfortable save, Tim Krul, that one.
It was. It was also a free header, which worries me.
Homeless Howson getting a shot on target. Lots of people are saying, I think Cantwell might have gone off.
No, he's still on there.
Okay, maybe not. Okay.
Johnny Howson looking to progress the ball up the pitch. Middlesbrough really starting to throw men forward here. I think they can smell blood.
Lucas
ball is going to be cleared only as far as the left-footed. Oh, it's another save from Tim Krul. Middlesbrough piling the pressure on here. It's a shot from Johnson. They're number 3, saved by Tim Krul. Change is needed. I'd agree with that. The game's opening up. This is the opportunity for both teams in this game to find what I think would be the winner.
Do you know what?
Being a goal game.
You know what, Jack? I agree with Dom. Norwich looked tired, and I agree with Dom.
We didn't play midweek.
Mate, that Barnsley game is taken out of us, though. We played Emmy for starters. And I agree. I think they do.
Well, you can't be using that excuse when Middlesbrough have played in midweek and we haven't.
Well, I think it's valid. It's
I think you're embracing mediocrity there, Chris.
Oh dear, we absolutely love a bit of that. Lovely bit of play from Dimitri Giannoulis, by the way, about 5 minutes ago. The first time we've seen him take his man on, and he did it brilliantly, Jack, didn't he? Turned on the afterburners, brought the ball forwards, gives it to Mario. Mario doesn't play the ball quick enough, and he just chucks it into Toddy. She's trying to get it out of his feet, but by then the Middlesbrough midfield are on him.
This is another excuse. Alan, it's pretty windy out there today. Look, that should suit Norwich, because we like to play the ball on the floor. So, yeah, lots of people asking for Onel and Sorensen to get on the pitch. I don't know. We need something. We need something a bit different, as Todd Cantwell will look to press the Middlesbrough defence. This game's open now, though, and knockdown from... wasn't Balassi, was it? He's not on the pitch anymore. Cleared by Giannoulis. Norwich fighting for their lives now. This is... didn't expect the game to go in this manner.
Norwich City are really losing their shape as well, Jack, both defensively and going forwards as well. There's a real lack of structure. And actually...
Hanley there again.
Oh, Grant Hanley, the magnet, the slabhead himself. Oh, it's a lovely pass out as well to Mazza. We need changes, mate. And actually, to be honest with you, we need to slow this game down because Middlesbrough. Yeah. It's absolutely time for a change. Not sure why we've not seen a sub already, because this game is just going stale. This is classic Neil Warnock.
Vrancic, that's not a good ball.
Oh, it's unlucky now.
We need to see Hernandez.
Yeah, we do, we do. It's unlucky from Mario there, by the way. I actually think that we've probably not done that enough in this game. We've really done well with chipped through balls, in my opinion, in quite a few of the games this season. We've really done well with those, and we've not done that enough in this game. Certainly, it's all been on the floor. Tell you what, Jack, Middlesbrough are building into this. They're finding the second ball every single time. They're winning headers now. Really building the confidence, and actually, to be honest with you, look like the home side. Have to be honest with you.
Yeah, they've dominated the game in the last 10. I thought we saw Dowell getting ready to be substituted 10 minutes ago, but clearly that's not happening. Lots of people now wanting to see Onel and Sorensen. I can't see anyone getting ready to be substituted on, so I think we're going to have to wait a little while longer for that. But Norwich needs something here. Look, at the end of the day, we've got Buendia, Cantwell and Pukki on the pitch. If we can't create chances with them three, then something's gone wrong, because they're all, we would say, Premier League footballers. So it's not been the most inspired game, and I think my call for patience is probably up now, because there's 25 minutes left in this one, and Borough looking the more likely to score. They're a good side though, Borough, but we should still be beating them.
Yeah, I agree, Jack. And actually, before we went on air today, we spoke about the reverse fixture at the Riverside Stadium. And if you remember, it was that absolutely ridiculous penalty that Middlesbrough had, that double touch, which has just never happened ever. And then Norwich City get fortunate, probably, to win a penalty to actually take all 3 points. So, yeah, I think Middlesbrough maybe are just one of these sides that have sussed Norwich. But I don't know. I feel like we're getting a bit negative. Let's get some positive in the comment section. Let us know. Give us some positivity. We need it right now. Norwich City 0, Middlesbrough 0, 65 minutes, 22 seconds on the clock. Mario Vrancic playing it across the middle of the park to Oliver Skip, getting his head up, looking for options. You know he's an intelligent footballer. Feeding Maxi Aarons, who's trying to stride forwards. He's tried to feed Todd. It's served on a hot plate.
Middlesbrough have men over here. It's 4-on-4. Norwich need to be careful here. They're coming forwards. Oh, it's a heavy pass from Middlesbrough. That's wasteful from them. This worth noting, though, from Henners. Great little catch. I don't know. What's that? Is that some kind of...
It's like catfish. No, stingray. Stingray.
I don't know. Anyway, the important thing is Henners, great fish. Still 0 shots on target for Norwich. That's a worry.
It is, and I agree. And of course, it shouldn't be.
No. I've just seen the comments.
Oh no, you're joking me.
We talked this up, mate.
You are joking me. Don't be no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Take him off. You should have taken him off. You know that he's got that in him, Daniel. Fucking hell. We're so reactive. We're so reactive.
What's the booking for? What's the booking for? When Dee's been sent off, for those wondering, just watching it back here, is that a yellow card?
Has he what? Let's see this. Oh, I mean, they've both gone in at the same time. Neither of them have got the ball, by the bloody way. Let's see. Oh, no. I don't think it. Nah. At the end of the day, Jack, I'm sorry to say it. When you're on a booking already, you can't go into tackles like that. It is a red card. And that hurts me to say that. But that is a red card. It's another booking. It's silly from Emmy. You can't do that. And
Hector's coming on.
Changes. It's too late, Daniel.
That's really frustrating because we literally said, didn't we, when Emmy is on a yellow card that early on in the game. What was the first yellow for? I can't even remember now.
I think it was just another late challenge, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's really silly from Emmy though, and if he wants to go to the very top of the game, he's got to cut that out because every season there's a stupid red card in there. It was Burnley last season. It was who was it the season before? I can't remember, but it was a silly red card. Silly, and now he's going to be out for a game. John Boy, thank you for the super chat. You know what? At this point, I don't blame Emmy. I blame Farker. This has happened so many times, and the man never makes subs till the 11th hour. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. It's been the one chink in Farker's armour. The subs are always too late. But on the flip side, if Farker would have taken Buendia off, would we have been going, well, we've taken off the man that can change football games? It's the risk you take with Emi Buendia. He is a truly brilliant footballer, but he has got a red card in him. And I don't know why we're taking Vrancic off for Poeta and not Hernandez. I really don't. If Poeta scores today, forgiveness is given. But if he misses another chance, it's clearly something that Farker likes in Poeta, and I think it's the pace. But look, we're down to 10. We've lost our most creative player, but we do now have pace. I think Farker's got some bad calls wrong here today. And Middlesbrough will really be smelling blood, I think, because there's an opportunity for them here as they'll cross the ball in. And again, it's Grant Hanley who's been absolutely brilliant today. And Norwich will now counter-attack. And we look more dangerous than we did 11.
Come on, boys.
At this point, here's a question for the comments. At this point, do we take a 0-0?
I'm so frustrated that we haven't been proactive. We had a substitute with his bloody coat off and we didn't bring him on.
Yeah, that's a weird one, that, isn't it?
But slow the game down. Like, it's so frustrating. We see this time after time. And I'm annoyed at Emmy as well. I have to be honest. I am annoyed at Emmy. Like,
yeah, it's stupid, isn't it?
Why has he gone in for that challenge when he's on
a tackle? It's a tackle on the halfway line that you just let the other... Like, you don't go in for them challenges. The ball was away from him. It wasn't even a 50-50. The ball was already won before Buendia's gone to the floor. But look, it's the reason, I guess, why Buendia's playing in the Championship. You know, there is weaknesses in his game.
Yeah, there is.
Brilliant play from Puem as well. Poeta down the left-hand side. I think Norwich is still going for this, you know.
It's superb from PP, actually. Oh, no, it's dreadful. He's just giving the ball away again.
All right, we'll still got it.
Right, come on, let's be positive. It's still 0-0. There's still time. Todd Cantwell, brilliant pass. Grant Hanley marching forwards again.
That's right.
Tell you what, this game. Oh God, this game is still so open. That's the frustrating thing, Jack. Like, we have had the chances. We've had the chances. And Norwich City need a slice of luck now. This is where we show, are we a top of the league side? Have we got what it takes to turn maybe a 5 out of 10 performance into a 6 or 7? Are we going to nick a goal? Are we going to be able to defend a clean sheet with just 10 men on the pitch? Who knows? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I think the only pleasing factor is that it doesn't look like Norwich have, just going to camp out defensively for 0-0. We've brought on another attacking player. I guess we just a slight bit lighter going forwards now, and Buendia was the creative kind of outlet there. But look, the people saying it wasn't a red, I disagree with. You can't be giving referees decisions to make. I think that's the first yellow was soft. The second yellow is a definite yellow.
Right, come on, give us some positivity in the chat as well. I know that we've not been particularly positive, so try and cheer us up. What can Norwich do? What have we got to try and
that's a booking.
Book him then, ref. Are you going to book him then, ref? Of course you're bloody not. Yeah, well,
no, he didn't.
About time, though. About time. About bloody time. It's taken him 72 minutes to get his bloody. I can't believe he's done that. Jesus Christ. It only takes one shot. I like that from Lou. I'll have a bit of that. I'll eat that up for breakfast. Jack, I think you might need to leave and come back. You're a bit shaky, my friend.
Am I still gone?
You're a bit blurry, old boy.
Can you see me and hear me?
You're very slow. I would exit and come back, please.
Okay, well, I'm going to be on the wrong side. That's the word of warning.
Okay, but that might actually help, to be honest with you. By the way, so there you go. Jack's internet's struggling. He's going to be coming back into the fray now. A lot of you are saying that Anel Hernandez is coming onto the pitch. Jack's back. He's out. He's in. And we've just seen, by the way, whilst Jack's away, PP is just dragged well wide as well. Well wide.
Sorry, we haven't had a shot on target for 2 games. We didn't have a shot on target against Kingsley, did we?
Oh God, yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
It feels really weird right hand side here, by the way.
Yeah, and you're still you're still really blurry as well. Potentially, I'll leave and come back, see if that makes a difference.
Go on, you get out and.
One moment.
Okay, well, I don't know if you can see me or not, but here we are. This isn't going ideally for Norwich City. That must be said. Here he is. How are we, Chris? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you, mate. Wee bit blurry, but I'll take it.
We'll have to deal with that. I think
just like I'll take Anel Hernandez, who is now coming on to the pitch. It looks like about bloody time. It should have been at least 10 minutes ago, but never mind. You can't go backwards. Anel Hernandez has got 15 minutes probably to make an impact in this game. But will Norwich City be able to feed him the ball? Because at the moment, Middlesbrough are bringing the ball forwards nicely, and they are controlling the game. It's fall on the edge of the ball.
Penalty.
Ooh.
Penalty. Is it? No. Oh, Pochetta's fuming there.
Yeah, and good. Yeah, and good. I'm pleased he's fuming because that's the passion that I want to see. Because it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. Middlesbrough, dirty, classic Warnock side. How is he called for a penalty there, by the way? I hate Middlesbrough. I really do. Right, come on, Anel.
They're still in his ear. Book him.
Agreed.
Is Cantwell off?
I think
Cantwell's off for Hernandez. Okay, well, here's the sub we wanted, isn't it? So we've now got Pochetta and Hernandez on the pitch. So it's Pochetta, Hernandez, and Pukki. Will he be the difference for Norwich City today?
Fingers crossed, mate. I am just clinging on to my optimism, just about.
I still think there's a goal in this game. I think there's more chance of a Middlesbrough goal than there was at the start. But yeah, there we go.
But we're not bringing the ball like.
Oh no.
In the first half, we found ourselves in those pockets of space between the midfield and defence. We've not had any of that in the second half. We've not had a single moment, I don't think I can remember anyway, where we've actually looked pretty venomous on the break or anything. Anel Hernandez winning the ball, full of energy already. Norwich City hoofed the ball clear. It's gone back to Middlesbrough, who are going to put it back into the funnel. Johnny Howson dictating play for Middlesbrough. Oh God.
Big 14 minutes or so for Norwich this, because I still don't think I'd take a point, because we've seen us breaking forwards. Middlesbrough do look lively, so they'll be expecting 3 points. We need the 3 points. A fascinating last 15 minutes here left. The pace excites me. The pace does excite me with Hernandez and Poeta on the pitch at the same time. But yeah, there we go.
I'm just so disappointed with Fark. Number one, why didn't Dowell not come on when you did? And because Buendia has a red card and him, should have taken him off and saved him. Shane, understand a lot of the sentiment behind that comment. Yeah, tough one. This is a very frustrating classic Championship game, and Neil Warnock so far is doing a job.
Well, it's a classic Neil Warnock performance, isn't it? Just frustrating the opposition, and we knew it was going to be this way. What doesn't help is Buendia getting sent off. That completely changes the complexion of everything.
Of course it does. And
look, we've got to cut that up Buendia's game. Like every season, he gets sent off for stupid stuff as well.
That's the risk, though, that you take with him. I mean, Michael Bailey released a fantastic article in the week about Emmy's time in Spain, and he's always had that fire, that bite, that flair. That is who he is, and I don't think we're ever going to be able to iron it out of the game, but we absolutely can prevent it from happening. Daniel Farke could have stopped that from happening today by taking him off. We've had so many options on the bench, and we've not brought them on until the red card happened. Teemu Pukki desperately trying to track back in midfield now. Middlesbrough breaking forwards with purpose. Edge of the box, pulls a shot away. Tim Krul save.
This is a good point. Chaz Tats, stat on Sky, we've won 17 points in the last 15 minutes of games. What are we worried about? Stick to the script. That's the kind of positivity we need. Yeah. We have scored a lot of late goals this season. It's going to be slightly tougher today with 10 men, but, it'd be boring if it was easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And to be fair, we are top of the league. There's a really nice little cushion. I know it's frustrating, but the bigger picture here is it's not the end of the world. I know we don't want to hear that, but it really isn't. But anyway, here we go. Anel Hernandez trying to break forwards, trying to win fouls. Middlesbrough now are...
Oh, that's a misplaced pass.
Trying to get under the skin of the Norwich players. Anel can't control that. It's a tough one, mate.
Yeah, Middlesbrough are winning the midfield battle at the moment. I guess that's expected. When you're a man down, you're going to need to do more running. You're going to need to be slightly more accurate with your passes.
Which we've not been.
No.
Mate, and you say Middlesbrough have won the midfield battle. Apart from Johnny Howson, our players on paper should be better than Middlesbrough's midfielders. Like, this is so annoying for me. Like, we're not breaking forwards with purpose at all. Pookie's won a foul, though. Simon, thanks so much for the super chat, mate.
Simon, after playing poorly in the FA Cup, it was continued into the league, which is why, in my opinion, we didn't take last week's game seriously enough. Cup defeats can halt your winning mentality. Yeah, I kind of agree, Simon. The flip side, though, is we've seen Jordan Hugill injured. And if we would have put Buendia, Cantwell, all of them guys out from the start, and one of them rolls an ankle, then we're going, we went too strong and we're missing a great player. So it's evenly kind of poised as a Championship club when you're up the top of the table, and also when you're in a relegation battle. I don't know. I'm personally not a massive fan of going full strength in cup games. I also get the opposing opinion.
Absolutely, and I understand where Simon's coming from, mate, because at the end of the day, it's a mentality, it's consistency. This league has always been consistency, and it is, I think all Simon's saying there is he's just highlighting the fact that it is going to have an impact on us losing an FA Cup and then going into this sort of Championship fixture. So,
the flip side of it is once we beat Spurs last season, that certainly didn't help us in a relegation battle. So it doesn't necessarily breed winning mentality either. I think we always look a bit deep into cup games. I don't think them losing against Barnsley will have much of an impact on the squad today, because it's a completely different set of players.
I think we've seen Adamida warming up, by the way. The camera panned him earlier on iFollow.
What we need to do here, Chris, our passing has been poor the last 20 minutes. We can't keep giving the ball away.
No, we can't, mate. We can't.
Pukki's been poor today as well, by the way.
Yeah, but my maybe counter argument for
Sugar. Oh, Gibson, that's massive from him.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it's so close to conceding there. My counter argument for Pukki is, has he really had enough of the ball given to him for you to fairly say he's had a poor game today? I mean, the midfield in the second half has been absolutely missing. Like, I've not seen a single midfield player on the ball, full stop. Even Ollie Skip, by the way, has not been at it today. That's my honest opinion, but let me know if you disagree in the chat. Daniel Farke has got to do something here. I don't know why we've not brought on more subs. I really don't. At the minute, this is just falling into Neil Warnock's hand.
Yeah, I don't think either manager will be particularly impressed. What we need to do, the passing needs to improve, and we need to make the most of the pace at this point. We've got pace to kill. I know we're a man down, but when we get the ball and we go forwards, we still look relatively promising.
PP giving it, but mate, we've not brought the ball bloody forwards. So
well, that is the issue. Yeah,
you can't say we're not doing it.
Yeah. Time check: 82 minutes 30 seconds on the clock in this one. Still 0-0. Certainly not a game for the neutral. As we are bringing the ball forward, there, it's another poor cross. We've been bad in their positions today. Big thanks to Simon once again. You're too young to remember our great cup runs, so I am biased. But injuries can happen anytime. We'll turn it around very quickly. Yeah,
very true. Very
good
true.
Point. And I think it is worth noting again here, the performance hasn't been terrible. It hasn't been the free-flowing, glorious Norwich that we've become so used to, but it's not been woeful. The stat that doesn't look too kind is the fact that we've once again had 0 shots on target. And for a team with Pukki, Buendia, Cantwell, Hernandez, Boaheta, all of them players featuring on the pitch, you'd expect something a bit more from us. And again, we lose out in the middle of the park.
We just look so weak and timid in midfield. No one is grabbing this game by the scruff of the neck. Lucas Rupp now on the ball. Come on. Bring the ball forwards, boys. Come on. Middlesbrough are all over us, mate. Absolutely all over us.
Yeah, I think Warnock will be pleased with what he's seen from his players. They've kind of just nullified us. Like, I thought certainly in the second half, I thought it would just be us hitting them on attacks and trying to find gaps. And it's been the other way around. Middlesbrough have been the better side in the second half.
And that is the first time-ish we've seen Anel Hernandez actually touch the ball with his back to goal.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I've been saying bring him on earlier, because he's going to take, like, you can't just throw him on. Like, you just can't. It's really frustrating. And I'll tell you something else frustrating. I think Sean Cooper is right here, actually. Miss McLean. I think we do.
Big time. Come on, Pukki.
Right, come on, Timu. Take him.
That's rubbish.
That's shite. That's so shite. Oh.
That's all right. 5 minutes left.
Seriously, what is Daniel? Why are we not
Hanley. No.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Grant. Are you joking me?
Howson.
Are you? Stop standing off him. Mate, we are literally, seriously, just handing this to them at the moment.
Jack T, thank you so much for the super chat. No shot on target in 2 games. Need something new in midfield. I think the point raised by Sean a moment ago, no McLean is a big one. His upturn in form certainly helped us. You'd expect more from Howson there. Yeah, I don't think the midfield's been good enough today. I don't think anyone's been good enough today. I think that the 5 minutes left, there'll be a bit of added time here with the red card, a couple of injuries. Fisher just looks like, I don't think he's injured. I think he's just wanting a rest.
Yeah, probably. Can't stand the guy. Right, 0-0, 85 minutes, 35 seconds on the clock. Middlesbrough making another substitution, not Norwich City. Alan Montgomery on YouTube, £5 super chat. Thanks so much for that, mate. He says, no blame for Farke from me. He should be able to trust Emmy to not fly into challenges on the halfway line for no reason. Alan, you know what? I agree. Although I think Farke could prevent it, absolutely. He has to trust his players. And that's a massive part of Emmy's game, which of course, will be fairly criticised. And here we go then. It's Timu Pukki off, Adam Eder on. Big substitution. And
yeah, I mean, the right one. Pukki hasn't been good enough, and what an opportunity for Adam Eder back from injury. A long time on the injury list. He's back, and he's got 5 minutes to potentially win the game for us here. I've no idea who'd be on penalty duties at this point. No Vrancic, no Pukki, no McLean.
Good point.
No Campbell. If we were to get a penalty, that would certainly be interesting. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Come on, boys. Let's be positive. Let's try and make something in this game. But Norwich City need to actually bring the ball forwards, which we are struggling to do. Every pass is backwards at the moment. Although Dimitri's tried something different there. It's so good from Dimitri. Unlucky there. Neil calling for a foul, and he's got one because the referee is in his pocket.
Oh, dear.
It's too late. I agree with Jack. It is too late. It feels too late. We've had the opportunity. Mario Vrancic first half. Really good chance from just outside the 6-yard box. Pulls it left wide. Chance on the edge of the box for Mario Vrancic. Todd Cantwell tries, I think, a speculative shot that goes way over the bar as well. But apart from that, haven't really had much of a sniff.
Can we just get this bloke off the pitch? You can't just sit in the middle of the pitch if you're injured. Walk off.
You can if you play for Neil Warnock, and you can if this referee is officiating the game. It's as simple as that, Jack.
This is a great point. Let's have some perspective. Guys, this is also negative with top of the league. We're like cruising. We need to give the other team some kind of chance. Otherwise, we'll be won by Easter.
I know. I agree with that comment. I do agree with that comment, but it's still frustrating. We're allowed to be frustrated because we know just how good this Norwich team can be. But absolutely, bigger picture stuff. And by the way, see, the frustrating thing is it's definitely only a yellow. And by the way, the ref's even given an advantage for that.
Yeah, look, you can't be making them kind of tackles in the middle of the pitch.
I know.
But also, on the flip side, that's the joy of Emi Buendia because he is so influential in them kind of defensive duties. And Farke will probably understand that what he asks of his attackers will create red cards now and again because he asks them to do a lot more defensive work than the average manager. So I guess it's just, one of them things you've got to take. Duncan Watmore, who isn't a defender, coming on for Dale Fry, who is definitely a defender. So men being thrown forwards for Middlesbrough here. They've got a minute plus additional time to try and win this game. And they will be wanting to win this game against 10-0 of Norwich City, cleared by Eder.
Brilliant. See, but there's no one. We're so deep, mate. Oh, God, it's so frustrating because I know I'm being negative, but there's literally nothing to be positive about apart from the fact that we're top of the league. I know that's
quite a big positive.
I know, but in terms of the game, it's been dross, really.
Right, chance. Onel, come on.
Come on, Onel.
Go on, Onel.
Do what you do. Go on, Onel. Go on. Go on. You get your yellow card out. You get your yellow. Yes, good. Well done. About bloody time. Don't know why Johnny Howson's moaning at that, by the way. It's definitely a book. Cynical from Howson, knew what he was doing.
Better, though, and that's what we've missed. A bit of burst of life from
absolutely.
From Onel Hernandez, and I think he starts next game, personally.
Wow. Well, we've got to try something different in midfield, haven't we, Jack? And I actually agree with you.
Oh, God, who's this? Aarons is down injured. Obviously taking a something to the face, I think. He's holding his face. Oh, yeah, he's very bloody. What's happened here? Oh, dear.
Doesn't look good on Maxi, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, God. Norwich City getting battered about. Max Aarons is down with a bleeding nose, I think.
Yeah.
0-0, 90 minutes. There's plus 5 minutes of extra time. 45 seconds of that.
Let's have a look.
Gone.
Oh, it's a slap in the face from Duncan Watmore.
I honestly, these referees are really, really frustrating me now. If we weren't top of the league, I'd be on a campaign to to ruin championship ref.
Yeah, but it's better than VAR.
Yeah, it is just.
It's a lot better. So Max Aarons has got a cotton bud up his nose. That should stop the bleeding.
Come on, boys. Just one chance. That's all I ask for. If you are listening, football gods, just one chance, please. Please. I don't know why the camera's panning onto Ballymumba. Think, of course, because he could replace Max Aarons. Good point. Should probably think about that. Don't forget if you say there's a goal and there's not been, you get blocked from the comments. Daniel Farker looking like a man that doesn't actually really know what to do to change this anymore. I definitely think the team that we started with was actually probably one of the strongest teams we fielded all season, Jack. Actually, seriously, I genuinely believe that, and the lads haven't been up to it today. So yeah, of course, you can say this and that about Daniel Farker should have taken off Emmy, blah blah blah. But ultimately, I would actually side with Daniel Farker and say he absolutely started the right team today, and the lads needed to do a better job. We needed to take that chance in the first half, and we didn't. And that's what the championship's about, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Chances though for Norwich to get the ball into the. It's not been the right day for Norwich City today, has it?
No. Yeah, no, it's not, mate. It's not been glamorous at all in the slightest.
Max Aarons up against Duncan Watmore, who's just slapped him in the face. Long ball forwards. Adam Eder will try and win it. He won't win it. And there's a couple of minutes left in this game.
Come on, Adam. You're just on, mate. Come on, work hard. Oh, we're not. Honestly, if we get a chance, I'll be surprised, mate, because we just look at us. Look, we're standing still. All of them are standing still. Not at it, mate, today. Not at it at all. No.
Norwich deep into stoppage time now. Still 0-0.
Come on. I'd love to score now. Come on, Norwich. Come on.
Farker frustrated about something.
Talking about width, I think, by the looks of his arms. Could be wrong, though. Yeah.
Come on, Norwich. Right, Hernandez. Oh, for God's sake. It's just been one of those days. I think you just have to put it down to that. And look, we are top of the league. We are clear. Middlesbrough was never going to be an easy game. But this stat does keep haunting me, the fact that we have had 0 shots on target in 2 games now.
Nice stat.
That's not good enough, is it? That's not good enough.
No, it's not, mate. It's not. It's definitely not. I'm seeing something in the comment section that I really don't like, which is that Middlesbrough have won a corner. Let's see.
Yeah, I think it is a corner. Howson down the right, yeah. So it's going to be the last chance of this game will fall to Middlesbrough. It's a corner. Howson's won it. He won't be taking it.
Right, come on, boys. Just get this out.
Right. No, Warnock really wants this.
If you're not gonna score, just don't lose the game. Come on, don't lose the game, boys. Come on.
Whipped in, left-footed.
Up and out.
That should be it.
Brilliant header from Adam. Brilliant. Oh, okay. Just get this game over and done with. Blow your whistle, ref.
Middlesbrough charging late on. Well cleared. Get it out. Oh, God.
Adam's trying to keep the ball, and I admire him for that. I really do, because we've not had the ball in midfield at all.
Surely full time. 6 minutes pretty much on the clock now. Middlesbrough still finding something.
Blow your whistle, ref. How has he not blown his whistle yet?
Come on.
Where do they find these referees? Seriously, where do they find these referees? How can you be 45 seconds over? I don't understand. He's literally got a stopwatch that buzzes at him. I think he's got problems. I mean, how the hell has he not blown the final whistle yet?
I think the final whistle will go when Middlesbrough score. Cleared again by Norwich. Eder collects it. Get rid, Adam.
I tell you what, Neil Warnock is giving this referee a fiver, 100%. How have you not blown your whistle, man? It's gone back there. We're over a minute and a half over now.
Middlesbrough have got the ball and they're coming forwards. Good tackle. Oh, it's a free kick. How is there still time for a free kick?
There's no time. The referee should have blown the whistle ages ago. Mate, how has he not blown the whistle? And now we give away a free kick. Of course we bloody do. It shouldn't be a free kick, you absolute imbecile, because we're a minute and a half over time. A minute and a half. You have a watch that buzzes. I mean, I can't even begin to explain how pathetic this referee is.
97 minutes on the clock. There was only 5 minutes added time, and Middlesbrough have a free kick in a dangerous position.
Come on, boys. Just get this out.
97 and a half minutes on the clock.
It's actually comical. This is actually comical. It's extra.
This is a good chance as well, isn't it?
Extra. Yeah,
I saw someone say earlier this game stinks of the Derby game when
Rooney scored. No. Oh, give me beer.
If this goes in,
no, don't even mention it. Do not mention it.
Free kick for Middlesbrough. Late on, 98 minutes on the clock now. The wall is set. The free kick is about to be taken, and it's cleared. Oh, someone's taken that full in the face. I think Hanley. Right, and that is, and it's 0-0.
Well done, ref. About bloody time. Well, that was shit.
Well, there we go. This is another good perspective point. Patrick, lacking today, but to be honest, in August, you're content enough with 4 points against Borough. And Middlesbrough will probably be the more frustrated team there. They spent half an hour against 10 men and created nothing. So, look, 0-0. Buendia will miss the next game. That's on Tuesday, Wednesday. And this is another good point from Chris. 7 points above Watford in third place. Let's hope that Warniola gives us something to cheer about as they take on Swansea later. Simon Duarte, thanks so much again for the super chat. Positive we haven't lost. Probably due a bad game or two. That's what the points gap's there for. Get McLean back in there and things will improve. Of course, Kenny McLean, Farker said, could have played today. He is asymptomatic. He's fully fit. He's raring to go. Of course, he'd been tested positive for COVID, but EFL protocols, and rightly so, meant that he couldn't play today. So he should be back for midweek. 0-0, 60% possession, 10 shots, which was less than Middlesbrough. The damning statistic and all of that, 0 shots on target for Norwich City. It was a game to forget. I don't think we'll be remembering it past this evening. But there we go.
Let's talk about our debutant today. Darren Kay's put this in the mix a couple of times. So Darren, here you go. How do you rate Giannoulis? Jack, what do you rate of Dimitri Giannoulis' first start for Norwich City today?
Well, he kept a clean sheet, and if we're going off defensive defensive plays, he did exactly what he was in there for. I think it will take a bit of time for him to get up to speed. I don't think there was any memorable performances out there today. I didn't think there was that one lovely bit of play where Giannoulis got into the Middlesbrough box and pulled across back to Rube, who his shot was blocked. So there was moments to think about. I wouldn't get too caught up in any of the performances today. The officiating wasn't great. Pookie was off the pace. I think my only criticism would be the substitutes. I think they came too late. But there we go. We're not going to win every game, are we?
No,
and Middlesbrough aren't a bad side. That has to be said.
Yeah, but you've got to stop saying that. They were there for the taking today, mate. I'm still not buying that. You can't. Middlesbrough, a great side. I mean, come on. Like, we're top of the league. Look at our players we had on the pitch. Look at the chances that we had today. I know we only had one big chance, but my God, it was big. And I'm not going to let that lie, by the way. It's a massive chance. Mario Vrancic had to score. He didn't take that opportunity. And I agree with the viewpoint that it was just one of those days. And to be fair, Norwich City haven't had just one of those days. in a lot of games, to be fair. So we are maybe due one, maybe. There's a lot of things that you could factor in today. You could factor in that potentially, because of the fact that we started Pukki and Giannoulis and, Mario, perhaps there was almost like the starting 11 was perhaps a bit disjointed. But then again, I would argue against myself for that, because in the first 15, we were sublime. We were playing the ball with purpose. It was quick. The tempo was up. We were penetrating them. We were literally gliding through the midfield. Grant Hanley and Ben Gibson were on the halfway line, literally just steamrolling through. Yes, Daniel Farke had made his subs too late. That's the only criticism for him today. And of course, when Emmy gets himself sent off, that's it. Curtains on the game. Yeah. We're not going to get anything out. I don't think you can expect to get anything out of that game. I think we'd have been very fortunate if we'd got anything out of that game. If of course, Emmy gets sent off, and he shouldn't have done that. It was definitely a second yellow card. It was foolish of him to do that. He'll know that. Daniel Farke will know that. We all know that. And of course, now we're without Emmy for the next game. But maybe that's a good thing, because, as you've said, Jack, I think we need to try something different in midfield now, because that stat is damning, isn't it? We've got to do something different.
Yeah, I think if hopefully he's all good, McLean should be back for the midweek game. Sam Ford, Warnock taught us a lesson today. Let me start that again. Warnock taught Farke a lesson today. Need a plan B for these games. Seen it all before. Would be annoyed about it, but we're top of the league. Sam, thank you so much. Jack as well with the super chat. Thank you, Jack. Need something fresh in the squad? ? Buy or loan? Well, we'll be seeing a goalkeeper come through the door. Nyland from Villa. That looks a done deal, but obviously he'll be a number 2 pretty much. Other than that, I don't think there'll be too much business done. I think for Norwich, it's a case of keeping players rather than buying players.
I do think Timu will come good though as well. Like, he's only just back, right? And sometimes Timu a wee bit of time to get up to speed. And ultimately, if that midfield aren't performing, Timu Pukki can't perform. If the midfield aren't performing, Timu Pukki literally can't do his job properly. So I think it's, I'm not going to bash Timu today at all in the slightest. I thought he did what he could with the service that he was provided with, which was bugger all. So yeah, anyway.
Lefty Dan, good point considering sending off. Yeah, you could look at it that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Half an hour with 10 men against a side looking to get in the playoffs. We didn't lose, and I think we always say that in the Championship, don't you? Just keep momentum going. A point is better than losing, and I think we talk about momentum a lot, and that's a good point, Dan. And look, you look at the opposite fixture when we played at Riverside. We were probably lucky to win that game. They scored a penalty that was disallowed for a double kick, which you never see, and then we got a penalty and scored it, and it was 1-0. So it's fine margins. Yeah, I don't want to get too caught up in really digging deep into today's game. I just think there was a lot of average performances. I think Farke will kick himself for the substitutes.
Yeah.
But you're going to have them games. And I think the difference is with us compared to a Middlesbrough, we are where we are because we don't lose them games. Right. When you're not at your best, just don't lose. And we did that today.
I agree with that massively, Jack. And right, here we go then. Let's cheer ourselves up. Cheesy Geezer's back for a second joke. He must know it's been a bit of a shite game to watch today. He says, why does the Cheese family go to Blackpool for their holidays? Okay, right. Because they love the illuminations. Oh, good.
I thought you said that was cheer me up.
There you go. Right, let's move on to the next Norwich City fixtures, Jack. And by the way, actually, I am going to say this to cheer myself up, actually, and feel free to be cheered up by it as well. I've said over and over again for the past month, if we go unbeaten in the league in January, one hand on the trophy, we've accomplished that. For me, that's massive because we've played some big games. And for me, that's okay. We go away to Millwall now, where we need to try something different. Millwall will have been given the blueprint to bully Norwich today, though. So we need to be careful about that. And of course, the 2 games after Millwall are massive. Swansea
that Friday night's massive.
That's tough, and actually, that could be a potential pendulum swinger in this league, potentially, which is why the points gap is so important, as people keep reminding us. And then we've got Stoke at home, who are definitely not going to be pushovers. So, look, some big fixtures coming up. We are unbeaten today. We've not lost the game, despite the fact we've had a man sent off. It's not the way we want to spend our Saturday afternoons, of course, but we are top of the league. We're still having a laugh, and we've got players coming back in now that are getting used to playing with each other. Bench today, so strong. I know people are saying you're clutching at straws, Chris, and yeah, I am. But we've just watched a shower of shite. And El Hernandez still coming back to full fitness, getting more game time. Timu Pukki will be sharpening up in the next few training sessions as well. Don't forget he only had one before this game as well. So you've got to factor all of these different things in.
And it's so crucial to have a full squad at this point, because Tuesday night we play, Friday night we play, the following Saturday we play, then it's Tuesday, Saturday for like a good 6 games. So you need a full squad at this point. And thankfully, fingers crossed, there's not too many injuries to worry about now. So there is strength off the bench. I'd put today behind us. Tuesday's a big one because Millwall have very little going forwards. And you'd want a comfortable win in that one. Then going into the Friday night fixture against Swansea, first versus second, arguably the best defensive league side in the league in Swansea against one of the best attacking sides. So that's going to be a cracker. Really looking forward to that one. But then it gets slightly easier. Then you've got Stoke, Coventry, Rotherham, Birmingham, Wickham, where you should be looking to pick up maximum points. So get through the next 2.
Yeah, agreed.
I know we keep saying that, but it's important, I think.
Yeah, agreed. And don't lose your home games. And we've always spoken about bonus points being away from home, and we've done that time after time. I still think we're going to win this league. I really do. And Cheesy Geezer in again with a great shout. I think remember Leeds 2 years ago, we stuffed them and never looked back. And I think Cheesy's got a point here, right? Is that I feel like we are on the cusp of putting in one of those performances. I know that sounds really weird having watched what we've watched today, but once this team have properly gelled, Giannoulis in the mix, perhaps moving Sorensen into midfield where he belongs, and look at that. Look at those fixtures, Jack, that you've just listed there. After the next 3, Swansea and Stoke, Millwall first, of course. You've got Coventry, Rotherham, Birmingham, Wickham. You've got if you smash one of those boys, you can really do something. But also, we're absolutely capable of going to Swansea and winning. Well, by the way, we're absolutely capable of that. So keep the hope, keep the faith. I still believe Norwich City will win the league. I really do. HMS Pistol League has temporarily gone into port today, and just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for joining us.
Well, let's look at the table, right? We're on 54 points. And then it's Watford on 47, who've played the same amount of games. So Brentford and Swansea are the 2 now. So you've got Swansea currently 7 points behind, but with a game in hand. They play later today. Brentford, who are 9 points behind, have 2 games in hand. So I can't see Brentford winning both games in hand and Swansea winning as well. One of them teams will slip up.
You're still
looking cushy at the top.
I really do genuinely think Swansea, Watford, definitely Reading, Tim Pot FC, Brentford, Bournemouth, they've all got slip-ups in them.
Yeah, of course they have. Look at Bournemouth's recent form. They haven't won in 4. They've lost the last 3. Yeah,
absolutely. It will be okay.
We're fine.
We've got the league. We've kept the cushion. Well, actually, you could argue we've improved the cushion, given the result that went our way, by the way, which is another way of looking at it. So, arguably, for us to have a shit performance today, when a result has gone our way, is actually ideal, really. To
put in one of your worst league performances in a good couple of months and not lose the game against a decent side, and I know you won't be having that, but Middlesbrough are a decent side.
I know they are, but I just don't like the fact that you're rimming them those.
I'm trying to make us feel better about ourselves. Anyway, I think that's probably it for today, isn't it? We don't want to go too deep into it. We'll be back on Tuesday. We'll be back on Friday. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Reminder, Laken's beer, genuinely really decent. I finished this off quickly, and I haven't gone to the toilet today, so my bladder's improving. 20% off. Maybe that's why we didn't win.
Yeah,
20% off. Links in the description. Next day delivery. Really cheap. great beer, happy days. There you go. Chris, any final words?
See you all next Tuesday for the TNT Watchalong. Norwich City are away to Millwall. I know everyone loves a midweek TNT Watchalong, so make sure you're there. I don't know what time we're kicking off yet, so make sure you tune in.
We'll tee off about 10 to 6, I think.
So make sure you are all following TNC on all of the social channels and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thank you very much, as always, for all of your support.
Great stuff. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're still top of the league. Fear not. We'll be back on Tuesday to do it all over again. Have a good day. Bye now.